Once in 2003 when some cat named Ben Roethlisberger was the quarterback. And
Heard he was pretty good.
He wasn't bad. 41-21 win, and then Miami got him again in 2010, 31-10. In fact, their quarterback, Brett Gabbert, has a chance to break a number of Ben Roethlisberger's records during our game here today. And the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl is underway. And out comes the second-year starter. He was a starter as a freshman at quarterback, Braden Fowler Nicolosi. What do you like about him, Max Brown?
I like that he's protecting the football. His interceptions this season are nearly cut in half. We talked about the offensive identity for Colorado State. It's changed. Last year was more high-flying. This year, they're going to lean on that ground game. They got two strong backs, a veteran offensive line. This game's going to be all about the offensive line against a gritty Miami defensive line, and it's a senior-led offensive line for the Rams. Somewhat of a final hurrah for that unit.
This Miami defense, they rank in the top 25 nationally in a number of different categories, and that is their M.O. First down handoff, and that's what I'm talking about right there. As Morrow is smothered 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Brian Ugu will be calling his name a great deal today. A first-team All-Mid-American Conference performer, and it's his 34th start at Miami since transferring from Rutgers.
Yeah, what a get it was for Miami to get him from Rutgers. You mentioned it, first-team All-MAC this year, was second-team All-MAC last year. He's really that playmaker in the front seven for the Redhawks.
Follow Nicolosi up under center. They're going to try and run it again, and this time about a 4-yard pickup, so it brings up third down and 11. Back-to-back carries for Morrow, who rushed for nearly 1,000 yards this season. Some of the numbers we were talking about, I mean, whether it's giving up 18 points per game, top 16 nationally, the run defense, the overall defense, they get after people, and they've done it for a long, long time in Oxford, Ohio. First pass attempt of the game, and it is caught. They convert on third down and 11 as the catch is made by Dane Olson. He had 13 catches the whole year. 5 of them came in the final regular season game.
Yeah, nice design. Third and long's not an area you want to be in offensively. You roll them out left. You get Dane Olson, and we talked about it in that second frame. This is a Colorado State receiver unit that's going to need guys to step up. No Jamari Person, he's in the portal. No Torrey Horton, he's down with an injury, looking at going to the NFL. And Caleb Goody, those were their top 3 receivers to start the year. None of them are available today.
Morrow looking for a little bit of running room, and simply not much there. Tripped up by Oscar McWood. That'll be a gain of 3. It'll bring up second down and 7 for the Rams on their opening possession of the game.
It was fun talking with Chuck Martin, Miami's head coach, yesterday. He said, hey, the identity of our program is we're going to stop the run. You might be able to do a lot of things on us. We might not have necessarily the best athletes in the country, but we're going to stop the run. They did not do that in the MAC championship just a few weeks ago. That was very much a point of emphasis in this game.
Yeah, that was a surprise to everybody, including Coach Martin. There's a long throw to the near sideline, and the catch is made by Jordan Ross, a true freshman, 4-star high school recruit out of Anaheim, California.
This is the guy that they say he's the future. You're losing receivers. We've talked about that, what an opportunity is for the true freshman. Jordan Ross was one of those guys in the Snoop League growing up, a Southern California kid. That's the benefit, right? It's so much. There's negatives when you obviously lose your best players to the portal, but then you get to see some of these youngsters and a glimpse into what the future has in store.
Best run of the day so far for Morrow, and that'll be a gain of 12 and another first down. So going all the way back to those first 2 running plays, they were facing a 3rd and 11. They convert, and now it's their third first down.
It's a great job by the offensive line. Big Tanner Morley, the left guard, pulling around. Peter Montany, the tight end fullback, he's getting involved. It's a good sign, too, for the Rams. Morley's one of those strong offensive linemen for them, getting out using his athleticism.
Well, Max mentioned both of these teams hit, and I mean hit hard in the portal. Play action, and looking down the field and along the sideline out of bounds, and no penalty flag. It'll bring up second down and 10. I mean, you look at Miami alone. You've already mentioned the guys from Colorado State. Their number 1 cornerback is going to Auburn. Their left tackle and their number 1 wide receiver are going to Texas Tech. Their number 2 wide receiver has already signed to go to Minnesota. So they're getting plucked off this Red Hawks team on a regular basis year in and year out now, since really the portal became open 2 years ago.
It's become the norm. Chuck Martin seems to have accepted, even if he doesn't like the new day and age of football.
Inside the 40, and they'll spot him at the 38-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Rams.
It's interesting, their 2 pass plays so far, 2 of their 3 have been rollouts to the left. You don't usually get that from a right-handed quarterback. Wonder if they're trying to tame the pass rush from the Red Hawks or allow their quarterback, Fowler Nicolosi, to utilize his legs if he gets outside the pocket and can break contain.
Blitz coming, they pick it up. And down the sideline, what a throw, what a throw, what a throw. And Ross is spotted inside the 10 of the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Colorado State.
This is an absolute dime. He knows he's going to Ross the whole time. And look at the late hands by the receiver. That's what you're always taught. That's a youngster with a veteran route right there, because the second you show hands, the DB is going to swipe, shows him late, doesn't allow the DB to make a play, and that's a big gain for the Rams.
We started to talk about what a surprise it was. As you look at this drive so far, 9 plays, 5 pass, 4 run, and a really nice drive. And now trying to cash in inside the red zone, and it's blown dead before it ever got started. Timeout is called.
First charge timeout, Colorado State.
But, in that Mid-American Conference Championship game, during the regular season, Miami had really handled Ohio University. And Ohio University then got on a big-time run. They meet in the MAC championship game, and I mean OU goes for 38 points, 470 yards of offense, and over 230 on the ground. No one saw that coming.
On the Colorado State side of things, I alluded to it earlier, with Jordan Ross being part of the Snoop League. It's well documented that in the Los Angeles area, South Central LA, Snoop Dogg started a youth football league. 4 players from that league are now Colorado State Rams. Jay Norvell, their head coach, was previously at Nevada, has been at UCLA, has been at Oklahoma, has always recruited LA. It's somewhat of a full circle moment now being involved in this game, because Snoop has the Snoop League's given him so many players over the years.
Justin Marshall, his first carry, and a good one it is. Inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Under 10 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
There's a commitment to the run for Jay Norvell. He deserves a lot of credit, too. I've alluded to it a couple times, but last year they threw the ball a lot. This offseason, he's looking at his roster. It's maybe a defensive line that he's concerned might be able to hold up, or if they can hold up the whole season, and says, you know what? Especially if we lose Torrey Horton, their star receiver, we got to gear back down the passing attack, lean on our veteran offensive line, lean on our running backs, not only for a successful offensive strategy, but to protect your defense, and that identity served them well this year.
Morrow takes a handoff, and Salopek is the first one there to meet him. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal. Our closed captioning for today's telecast brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever.
Yeah, it's good on good. You got Avery Morrow, running back, Justin Marshall for Colorado State versus 2 big-time interior linebackers for Miami, Ohio. Matt Salopek, which will be likely his last game here for the Red Hawks, over 500 career tackles, and Ty Wise as well. This is the area of the field where they're able to match up head-on.
Morrow to the left of the quarterback. It's 3rd down and goal, and that will be incomplete. And so Miami's defense stands tall. They have been really good all year long in that red zone. 61% on touchdowns to trips.
Again, the pressure, forcing the throw early. He had Ross open. That ball's intended to meet you at the back pylon. Instead, it goes short. Has to throw it a little bit earlier than he would like. Successful drive for the Rams, but an opportunity to get 6 there. Instead, it's going to result in a 3-point attempt.
This kicker's older than you are, Max Brown.
What, 32?
32 years young, father of 3. Second oldest player in all of college football is Jordan Noyes, and he makes a little noise here, converting on the field goal in our first points of the afternoon. They got it all going on here at the Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Miami
going to begin with, to be honest. You know what, 10-6, 10-7, Russell Wilson getting it done. I want to know how he became a Steelers fan in the first place.
I'm with you 100%.
Southern California native?
No doubt. All right, so here we go. This is Brett Gabbert. And yes, if you've heard that name before, he is the younger brother of longtime NFL quarterback Blaine Gabbert. But what a journey he has had. A native of St. Louis, Missouri. He's in his 6th year. In 2019, he was the Mid-American Conference Freshman of the Year. Today is his 52nd career start. He got injured midway through last year. He was still not healthy at the beginning of this year. What a great career he has had.
Phenomenal story.
And they start off empty backfield here on first down, and Gabbert going to put it up, and there's a bullet immediately caught by Isom, and a big gain on first down. Now we're going to see an entirely brand new receiving core for Miami, Ohio here today.
This looked like a blown coverage. You had 2. Someone's supposed to drop into the flat. No one does. They both go with in-breaking routes. You got Isom out there all alone. And get used to that. Gabbert takes what the defense gives him. Very smart quarterback, and back to his story, you alluded to it, got hurt last year when they were rolling, broke his clavicle the year before, so he's a quarterback that's dealt with tons of adversity, gritty guy, smart guy, very much the heartbeat of this entire team, not just the offense.
Keon Mosey is the primary ball carrier, better than 1,000-yard rusher during the season for the Red Hawks, but he's bottled up his first carry of the game. Chuck Martin told us yesterday, and boy, what a great time we had visiting with him.
That was a blast.
One of the great guys.
That's a top 3 coaches meeting.
No doubt. I mean, he is a fantastic guy. Chicago through and through, South Side Chicago guy. And he said that of all the people I've been around, players, he said Gabbert is the toughest guy I have ever coached. So the injuries he's played through, injuries that occurred during the game, he said he just keeps coming back for more, and he overthrew an open receiver there. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Red Hawks. Now going into the game, Gabbert, we mentioned the 10,647 yards. He's less than 200 away from bypassing Ben Roethlisberger. He would need 4 touchdowns to leapfrog Roethlisberger for the most in Miami history.
A lot of seniors on this team where this game feels like a final hurrah for a group that battled COVID.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
2 MAC championships as well.
That senior class, he said, I can't tell you how much I owe these guys. The 2 MAC titles, they played in 3 MAC championships games. Many of them decided to stay and play their senior year. And even a couple of guys who they believe have a legitimate chance to play on Sundays next year decided to play in this game.
Reset to 6:49. 6:49.
It's a bowl game, too, which always has me thinking on 4th downs. Coaches might be a little bit more lenient, go for more 4th downs. Wouldn't be surprised here on 3rd and 17. There's nothing in the playbook for this. Maybe throw short, run after the catch, and put yourself in a situation where maybe you can go for it on 4th.
So 3rd down and 17. Good protection. Now it breaks down, and Gabbert loses his footing, and they're going to have to punt it away. So an excellent defensive stand for Colorado State. Wakalonji,
92, that defensive end coming around the edge. And then on the inside, able to clean it up. Gabe Kershke. It's a great job on 3rd down. You know it's going to be a passing situation. Pin your ears back. put pressure on this quarterback. No one's open down the field.
Low line drive punt. This is Kobe Johnson from the 20. And a nice return. Flags come in late from the near side of the field. So an 11-yard return might be coming back for the Rams. Say, Colorado State has traveled very well for this bowl game. We mentioned it's first since 2017.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 1. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Colorado State. Timeout.
Well, the week after Christmas, there are worse places on the planet to come visit.
Heard that.
It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to go back and forth.
I like the analysis. Were you able to coach him up a little bit, give him some advice in the process?
I gave him some game. I told the running back 2-5 to put his foot in the dirt, and you know what I'm saying? Hit the liquor store. Find his way to the liquor store.
Get north and south, right?
And you do know that.
I dig it, man. We'll get you back into this in just a little bit. Appreciate it.
CW.
I got to tell you, before the game today, and I'm talking about 3 hours before the game today, all the workers here in the stadium, along with the cheerleaders from both teams, the spirit women from both teams, the bands, anybody that was here that early, if they wanted a picture with Snoop Dogg, he could not have been more gracious with his time.
I mean, look at him right there. He's in this thing. He wants to call some plays, motivate some guys. It's awesome.
All right, Colorado State leading 3-0. And they're back to the air again, and it's overthrown. It'll bring up a third down. Miami trying to get the football back. That one intended for Armani Winfield, a homecoming for a number of these players who hail from the Grand Canyon state of Arizona. And many alumni we've talked about from the Snoop Youth Football League, which when he comes up here in the third quarter, he's very, very proud of that, and he should be.
I played with a couple guys coming out of that league. Jack Jones, corner for the Raiders now, was at SC with me for a little bit. Juju Smith-Schuster was one of my receivers. It's a league that's done a lot for the city of L.A.
And that's Morrow, and the ball is loose. He had a first down and then coughed it up, and the Red Hawks have recovered it at the 34-yard line. That is something that Miami does on a regular basis. 9th fumble recovery.
And it's a heck of a play by Ambe Caldwell, the senior right there. You can see it. He's going to be thrust into action, getting his start today. Even though he's a senior, he's been a reserve most of his career, getting his start today and making the most of it. Eli Blakely's out, got hurt in the MAC championship. Next man up mentality. Punches it out there, and a huge turnover for the Red Hawks.
All right, so now Miami in business at the Colorado State 34. Kevin Davis, who is a running back and an outstanding receiver. They fake it to him, and now Gabbert with all day to throw. And he drops it off to the big tight end, who's able to make the reception. Jack Coldiron playing in his final game. Boy, this guy was on his way to perhaps playing in the NFL before a devastating knee injury a year ago.
This is great patience by Coldiron. He blocks for a full 3 count on the right side, then leaks out to the left side. That's an impossible situation to be in as a linebacker. You think that he's in the pass pro, then all of a sudden gets in the route concept. Love the design there, sneaking the tight end underneath. We used to call that play sleeper, trying to catch the defense sleeping there.
That's what you call your broadcast partner now. Sleeper. Got to wake up from a nap every now and again.
After a 15-game season, it gets all of us.
Oh, he had Coldiron wide open and just hurried that throw. He did take a big hit.
They're down up the tight end again. Again, he's blocking. You get both linebackers to suck up, then you toss it right behind him. That's open. Gabbert gets hit. And that's one thing you talked about it, Tom, earlier of, when you have that gruesome leg injury, obviously you have to rehab the leg, but there's an adjustment period mentally when you're a quarterback that has to hang in the pocket, take those hits. Not easy to do.
This is Mosey. Close to the 15. We'll call it the 16-yard line, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Miami in a very rapid opening quarter.
So we've talked about Colorado State losing their top receivers. The same thing's the case for Miami. Javon Tracy transferred to Minnesota this month. Reggie Virgil transferred to Texas Tech. So right now, 3rd and 6. You'd have to think it's a passing down. Do they have a receiver on the outside that can win their one-on-one matchup?
And they're starting right tackle the entire season. They're giving a number of reps over on the left side today. And lofted to the end zone and overthrown again. Should have been a pair of touchdowns on this drive for Miami. There is a penalty flag down. And let's see if perhaps a receiver was held trying to break off his route to the corner.
I think they're going to call a pick play here, an offensive pass interference. This is a man beater. You're trying to get both defenders to rub into each other.
Pass interference. 4th down.
Well, there's a missed chance twice for the Red Hawks.
I like that no call, too. The big coaching point for receivers, if you're going to be that pick player, is show your hands, because that receiver has a right to the grass as well. If you show your hands to the quarterback rather than literally putting your hands on the defender to block, oftentimes you can get away with that play, even though it's designed to have that be a rub route.
Dom Jobin has had a terrific year for Miami, and that one is through the uprights to tie this game at 3 apiece. He was one of the finalists for the Lou Grossa Award. Start gets underway at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, only on the CW. We'll be with you every single Saturday for Atlantic Coast Conference basketball, men and women on the weekends.
You got to give me the scouting report on Cooper Flagg. They tell me he's the next great one.
Well, he's already off to a phenomenal start. We saw North Carolina down at Chapel Hill, slow start for the Tar Heels, but a lot of teams, a lot like football, Max, you know, basketball, obviously you have a lot fewer players, and so some teams have 7, 8, 9, 10 guys, their top 7, 8, 9, 10 guys that are all playing together for the first time for a month and a half.
The transfer portal for basketball, I mean, there's a player movement in both sports, but when you're talking about, I mean, for football, you're talking 20, 30 guys. That's what, a sixth of your roster, a seventh of your roster. For basketball, it can be nearly half your roster, 2/3 of your roster.
So first down, the Rams with the football. They put it in the hands of Morrow. He was able to avoid a big loss and gets maybe a yard beyond the line of scrimmage.
Big question I had coming into this game would the play calling for Colorado State be any different with their top receivers being out? So far through a couple drives, haven't really noticed that. I think more so they're going to have to lean on Fowler Nicolosi to drive this offense, which that's going to be the future for this program. When you look at hey, a lot of their offensive line graduate and moving on. Obviously their receivers have moved on, but their quarterback holding firm.
False offense. Everybody but the center. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Everybody but the center, but we're highlighting Drew Moss there, the right guard. Got Savion Henderson, their left tackle. It'll be his last game today. Jacob Garner, their center. It's his last game today. And then Drew Moss, 68, their right guard. His final college football game as well.
So the penalty will back him up. 2nd down and 13 from the Colorado State 21-yard line. Good protection this time. And looking down the field once again, and it's overthrown. That is excellent coverage back there by Luke Evans. I mean, all 3 cornerbacks that are going to see significant playing time for the Red Hawks today are all freshmen.
And the future looks bright. Luke Evans is the lone returning starting corner, at least from the regular season. On the other side, we're going to see Caleb Martin and Tony Coleman Jr., 2 true freshmen, getting thrust into action as a result of the transfer portal departures that we've talked about. But on paper, the future's bright. All 3 of those guys are 6'2", long, physical, and athletic corners.
All right, so 3rd down and forever in this 3-3 game. And again, a flag before the snap of the ball.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. It's third down.
Our beautiful aerial coverage today is brought to you by Lucas Oil. It's been great having them with us the entire year, and we thank them for all their hard work.
Miami was moving a lot there in the secondary. Have to wonder if Fowler Nicolosi was seeing that movement, trying to adjust his progression or maybe the route concept, and the play game happened.
Trying to get it all back in one shot. And that is excellent coverage, and that's another one of those youngsters that Max just referred to. That's Tony Coleman Jr., a freshman out of Alabama.
Colorado State running a double post concept. That's a great time jump by Tony Coleman. Usually you don't see inexperienced defensive backs having those ball skills. He out-jumped the receiver there. First to connect with the football, and obviously as a result came up with a PBU, pass breakup.
So punting about 2 yards away from his own goal line, and he almost missed it. And it's going to take a favorable bounce, and then picked up and nearly turned over, but that ball went out of bounds. Cade McDonald tried to field it, and he's very lucky that ball wasn't picked up and run the other way for a touchdown.
He's lucky, but I think what he was trying to do is the whole coverage and all the Colorado State Rams were on the other side of the field. So if he picks up this football and makes that one Ram defender miss, there's an alleyway to get down that left-hand sideline as a result of the shank. Like you said, he's lucky that was not batted inbounds, giving the Rams a chance to recover it.
All right, so a 3-3 game, 2:09 to go in the opening quarter. We're hoping to have Snoop Dogg himself up here in the booth in the second quarter and the third quarter. And on first down, a gain of about 4 by Mosey. And he's making his way up here to the booth right now, we're told. Mosey had 7 games this season where he rushed for better than 100 yards, and that's when they ripped off their 7-game win streak. Through the first 3 games of the season, he had a total of 60 rushing yards, and he went over 1,000 for the year.
And this is back-to-back plays with only a 5-man box for the Rams. It's an opportunity to keep feeding Mosey.
They fake it to him, and now Gabbert steps into the throw, and it's too high. That was a tough throw to begin with, as he had an eye on Cole Weaver, another freshman. Very talented. They're excited. In fact, Chuck Martin told us he thinks Weaver has a chance to be a great player.
It's another 3rd and 6, too. We had the same scenario last possession. Colorado State went man coverage, and the Redhawks tried to do a pick play on the outside. They're in a very similar formation to the top of your screen. Be interesting to see if they try to do the same concept.
Need to get to the 46-yard line to convert on this third down. That's a dangerous throw right there by Gabbert. And again, he had an eye on Weaver, so after getting really good field position. Oh, wait a minute now. There is a penalty flag, and I think they're going to pick it up again on the far side.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 players moving and not resetting prior to the snap. That penalty's declined. It's 4th down.
So another punt for the Redhawks.
Yeah, Brett Gabbert changed the play, the receiver to the top of the screen. I didn't catch which number that was. He then shifted his alignment. Looks like it was Perry to the top of the screen. Had to go from on the hash mark to the top of the screen, out to the numbers. Didn't get his feet set. Ball was snapped too soon, and as a result, it's a penalty and you're punting.
Bevelheimer puts a foot on it. And a good bounce. Right around the 10-yard line is Johnson, and he's shoved out of bounds. And they'll spot the ball right at the 20-yard line. Well, this coming February, the CW becomes the exclusive home to NASCAR Xfinity Series. Catch the high-octane action, all 33 races right here on the CW. The new season begins with the biggest race of the year at historic Daytona International Speedway NASCAR Xfinity Series. It starts Saturday, February 15th only on the CW.
Look at that whip. We got Snoop's lowrider. Can't say that color made, when I was getting a new car, can't say that color made my options, but I'm envious of it. I hear we might be seeing a little trophy presentation on that.
Really?
Or at least Snoop riding in.
All right, fair enough. Oh, first down, it's intercepted. How about that? Right into the arms of Adam Trick, the sophomore out of Dayton Wayne High School. And how about this?
He found a gift, or dare I say, a treat for a guy with the last name Trick.
Oh,
there we
boy,
go.
You got it. You were practicing that all week, for crying out loud.
No way. I wasn't expecting a defensive end to get an interception, but here we are 2 holidays later. Adam Trick coming up with an interception. We actually spent some time talking about him with his head coach yesterday. He was saying Adam Trick's the type of guy that Miami, Ohio would have lost in a previous era of college football because he's tall, he's athletic, he can run. It's the type of guy that might go to a Purdue or Indiana. The Red Hawks are glad they have him and coming up with a big interception there.
Oh, man, how about that? A treat for Trick. First down handoff. And Mosey inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line.
Did I steal your line? Did you have that in your back
pocket? No, I didn't. I wish I would have. I'm not that smart. My son Luke, who's up here in the booth, he might have come up with it.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, but his material can get a little tired too.
He's probably copying the one-liners from his pops and his grandfather.
Maybe his grandfather.
There we go.
Second down for Miami, trying to take its first lead of the game. Fell behind 3-0, tied it on a field goal, and now getting a second turnover by the Rams. Gabbard. He's been off his game a little bit here early on in what will be his final game at Miami. He's missed some open throws.
Yeah, you have ice him right there on a little slant route. Again, another rub route. When they were in this scenario earlier, it was a rub route to a fade concept. This time, the counter off of that is breaking inside on a slant. Like you said, not on rhythm there, and again, can't say it enough. This is a Red Hawks offense missing their top 2 receivers who left in the portal, so a big part of this first quarter for Gabbard is getting in rhythm with his new receivers.
All right, so now third down. Kevin Davis has checked into the backfield, a very good pass catcher, and they go to him, and he got spun around a little bit. It was thrown very hard by Gabbard.
This is why, as a quarterback, I always liked bubble routes, swing routes by running backs, rather than arrow routes. That's an arrow route right there where you're back as a running back. You turn away from the quarterback, it's a much harder throw. Always felt that way as a quarterback when I was in the saddle. When it's an arrow route and your running back's back is to you the whole way, that window's a lot tighter to get that ball in there, and a lot of running backs don't have strong hands to come up with that catch.
So another failed attempt. Miami with a pair, one by Colorado State inside the red zone. And so 2 field goals for the Red Hawks, 1 for Colorado State. It's a 3-point game with 8 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. We invite you to ring in the new year with NXT. Don't miss the final episode of the year. NXT, all new this Tuesday. I believe that's New Year's Eve. It is. That's at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, right here on the CW. Now, do you and your bride have big plans for New Year's Eve?
After 16 weekends on the road for the first time in my broadcasting career, I am excited to be doing nothing on the night of the 31st. You can catch me on my couch, just chilling.
A look like, are you kidding me?
She's hanging up here with us.
I've been by myself for 16 weekends, and that's the best he's got.
That's why you've been helping me out. When you shout her out every other broadcast, it feels like she's, part of the telecast.
She's got like over 1 million followers or something on TikTok.
You're heading over to the Fiesta Bowl, right? After this, with your gang?
Luke and I are going to go up there and go check out the game. Had to reach in my pocket, which hurt badly to buy tickets for that game.
After all the years you were getting free admission.
I know.
I guess you were getting paid for it, but you have some Fiesta Bowl memories.
Oh,
Boise
boy.
State back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when Boise State stunned the college football world, beating Oklahoma in that 2007 Fiesta Bowl. I mean, that was something out of Hollywood that nobody would have bought the script. A, they win the game. B, you have the crazy plays, the hook and ladder, the Statue of Liberty, blah, blah, blah. And then the star running back at the end of the game, he gets down on his knee and apologizes to the cheerleader who's his girlfriend, asked her to get married.
That's right.
I mean, it was Chris Johnson, yes.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
I remember watching that live.
Yeah, you
Little did I know I'd be working with you.
From the crib.
From the crib.
Right.
Adrian Peterson, too, on the other side.
They had Gerald McCoy. I mean, they had first-rounders everywhere. And a flag comes in late. That play did not fool anybody on the handoff to Jordan Ross, a wide receiver. And that will be, well, there's 1 second left here in the quarter. And Colorado State says this one's against the Red Hawks. We'll see. This is an American Athletic Conference officiating crew.
Speaking of those Oklahoma teams, first time I ever met Jay Norvell was when he was the OC receiver coach for the Sooners under Bob Stoops. So the OC at UCLA before that.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 28. 15 yards adds to the end of the play. Automatic. First down. Correction. The number was 29. Face mask on number 29.
That's Silas Walters.
Yeah, left side of your screen. Silas number 19 looks like.
By the first quarter.
So that will be the end of the opening quarter. From the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, by Dre and Snoop. We're hoping Snoop's on his way to the booth right now.
Should be.
And, of course, all the great stuff he was doing with Martha Stewart there during the Olympics. I was hoping she'd show up here today.
What a combo that is.
Oh, you ain't lying. No Dr. Dre here today, we're told. Even though the Gin and Juice is brought to you by both Snoop and Dre. All right, so first down and 10 from its own 40-yard line. Colorado State trailing 6-3. Big run for Justin Marshall. Still on his feet inside the 35-yard line. They'll spot him at the 34-yard line. This is a freshman out of Merrillville, Indiana, not too far from Chicago.
This is all because of big right guard Drew Moss. We've highlighted his name a couple times. He's right guard, pulling down to the left-hand side. No one there getting contained for the Red Hawks. It's really one of the first explosive plays we've seen in a couple drives.
And look at the way the Rams turned it around, the run game this year. They went from 92 a year ago to over 170 rushing yards per game this season, and it allowed them to do a little bit of this. And there's a gain of 8 as they dump it off to the tight end, Vince Brown the second. First time we've called his name today.
They've had some success in this play-action rollout game. That was the first one to the right, which is more common for a right-handed quarterback. It's an easy read, getting the ball to your hands quickly. Anytime that run game's rolling, and Jay Norvell's offense is on schedule, it opens up the whole playbook.
So it's a gain of 7 to the 27 of Miami. And Marshall again. And a flag comes in late behind the line of scrimmage. He appeared to pick up the first down, but this is going to be holding against the offense, and it'll back him up.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Yeah, they're going to get left tackle Savion Henderson, which is away from the play, which is unique. Yeah, little inside move. Great job by Josh Lacusa, the reserve defensive end for the Red Hawks, cutting inside, forced Savion Henderson's hands to get caught, and you get called for the penalty.
So it's a 10-yard penalty instead of 2nd and 3, and they converted on that 2nd and 3. It is now 2nd down and 13. And Snoop Dogg has made his way into the booth, and it's time to put this guy to work, for crying out loud. Here's a throw that is too high. And here he is. Throw that thing on. I think you're familiar with headphones, if I'm not mistaken. We got to sit down here, we're told. We got to make sure we see your smiling face on camera here, Snoop.
Okay, where you want me at?
So let's take a step back here and have a seat. welcome you to the broadcast booth. It is awesome to have you here.
I'm trying to give you one of these jackets.
You know,
custom made. That thing's sweet.
I got to tell you, I was just bragging about you a minute ago. I got a chance to meet you before the game. Man, you have been unbelievable with the people here today.
Oh, man.
I mean, you really like that all the time, or just because it's your boat?
Yeah. This is a 7-day-a-week thing with me, man. I guess I'm the people's champ because I love the people as much as they love me. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Can you believe that catch right there?
Man, this is a heck of a game that I'm watching, man. On the field was a different perspective, so to speak, being a coach, for many years in Little League football, we coached from the sidelines. But being able to see the intensity of how these guys go out there and prepare themselves for this big bowl game, it's fun to watch.
When you were coaching, what was your go-to position? You an offensive guy, defensive guy?
I'm the offensive coordinator.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm right now where he's at, like moving the ball around, spreading the offense around. I like motion. I like keeping people on edge. I like single coverage. I like to get in the end zone.
We got 4th and 1 here. You remind me of a guy that's going for it.
Oh, he ain't getting up in there. He ain't getting up in there. No way. That was a bad call. Good defense. Great defense. That's 1-5. I just had a talk with him over on the sideline. We're calling 15th Street.
First down, Miami.
Well, that kid's had a great career at Salopek, 15. He has had a 4-year player, first team, all-conference 2 years in a row. They think he might play on Sundays next year.
I mean, he's building his stock up right now. He's in the best bowl game in the country right now. Why wouldn't he be?
He's got over 500 career tackles, too. That's getting
500?
Yeah.
Are you serious? He's a video game.
COVID extra year of eligibility.
I'm like, hold on, 500? I know some guys that played 6 years that don't got 500.
Like controlling the middle linebacker, running sideline to sideline.
Exactly. Great job, 1-5. Shout out to my nephew. Yo, let's go. I told the quarterback right here, I said, look, man, be patient. Because he was rushing the passes earlier today. I'm like,
we were saying the same thing. He's in his 6th year. He got hurt twice.
Right.
He's had a great career. He has a chance to pass some records up today? Your guy, Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben?
Your guy.
Oh, come on, man. Ben's record's got to remain, man. Big Ben. Oh, get there. Oh, nice hit. Truck stick.
Well, you're Steelers, by the way, and we were talking about this a little while. How does a dude from Southern California become a Steelers fan?
Well, I was born in the 70s, right? So 75, 76, I fell in love with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
Because they was always on TV. They were the most exciting team in the NFL. They just played football the way it was supposed to be played.
Who was your guy? Swan?
Mean Joe Green. Believe it or not.
Offensive guy, and your guy was a defensive guy.
That commercial, man. And then,
oh, yeah.
Come on, you remember that commercial?
I remember. I'm old enough to remember.
Thanks, Mean Joe.
Legal substitution.
We all wanted that jersey, man.
5-yard penalty. It's first down.
What were you thinking when the Steelers drafted a quarterback first round out of Miami, Ohio? Don't always get there.
You know what? I was watching Ben when he played here. I knew what he had. I knew once he got in, the thing was going to shake. And he did that. Remember his first season, he won like 15 games.
Yep.
So he had it from the cut. He was a different cough. You know what I'm saying? Ben played the game the way it was supposed to be played. Shout out to Miami of Ohio for tuning him up and getting him ready for that experience.
Well, he was a big, strong guy, too, man, Roethlisberger. I mean, trying to tackle him, you need 2 or 3 defensive guys to bring him down.
And he always kept his eyes up the field.
This will be a first down and 5 after the penalty. And he made a good throw there.
Come on now. He putting the ball there. The receiver's not pulling it in.
You ever play football growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Were you a receiver? What position?
I played receiver and quarterback. But then at times I would come in and play defensive end. If we was winning by a lot, I would come get me a sack. Come off the edge.
There you go. Little edge rusher.
Yeah, come on, man.
You're playing the money positions. You got receiver, quarterback, and edge rusher.
They call me the Range Rover on defense.
The Range Rover.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you were probably your coach probably wasn't pleased with you roaming wherever, but you're like, hey, I'm just trying to make a play.
We up by 25, Coach. I'm doing what I need to do. Get me in the stat book.
Now, without even knowing this, if I were a betting man, I would bet, because there's no doubt your upbringing. You were walking around, I was telling everybody, there's a first down carry that you're saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am,
yes,
no, sir, no, ma'am, all that kind of thing, right? You're saying it to an old guy like me right now. But I would bet money in your youth football league. You've got some guys that are hanging around helping you coach when you started this thing in 05 that probably coached you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir, I did. I had guys that I played for, guys that I coached against, and then guys that were legends in their communities that I wanted to bring to my football league because I wanted wisdom, I wanted guidance, and I wanted, understanding. And 2005 to now, look at what we've done. We've got one kid from Miami of Ohio from the league, and we got 4 kids from Colorado State that played in my league. And then there are a bunch of them all throughout the whole Division I right now and in the NFL. So we're so proud of what we've done with the Snoop Youth Football League, and then we expanded into the Snoop Youth Special Stars, which they played yesterday with the kids with disabilities, and we give them the opportunity to come have fun as well.
Here's some of the guys in the league. There are a whole pile of them, but some of the ones that are household names.
Romeo Dogg.
Now, you remember a lot of these guys?
Yes,
when they were growing up?
They was Jack Jones. He played for Long Beach. They used to kill us when we played against the Nixon for Compton. These guys was like, they was Juju. He played for the Long Beach team.
He was a Steeler once upon a time. I played quarterback at USC, and I was with Jack Jones and Juju Smith-Schuster too.
So you already know, man.
Yep.
We get them
all
grown.
about your league.
We get them groomed up. I spoke with Coach Jay Norville before the game, and he was telling me about how it's awesome that the way we bring our kids up, and when they get to his program, they're so easy to coach, and it's a blessing. And that's what we try to do. We try to get them prepared for the next level, so when the next coach takes them in, they know that they've been coached and they've been cared for.
Well, we ran some of your words that you had for some of the kids on both teams in your pregame speech for each team. And you spent a lot more time talking about the brotherhood with one another. It might be your last game. It might be your freshman year playing in the Snoop Dogg Bowl for the first time. And there's so much more to it than just playing in a football game as they convert on 3rd down and a yard.
Yes. It's family. The Snoop Youth Football League is all about family, and I wanted to relay that to the guys on these teams today, that you made it here by being a family. You've been a family all year long, and celebrate as a family and continue to be a family after this season is over with, because that's what true brotherhood is all about.
Take a look at those numbers. When you started this thing, now tell me, when you started it in 05, correct me if I'm wrong, this was more of in underprivileged areas, right, to give kids somewhere and something to do after school,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever in a million years think this thing was going to be 60,000 strong now?
No, sir. No, sir. But I believed in the people that I put on my team to help me organize it, to keep it running. Oh, he's open. Oh, too much paint. Word ain't. He could, but he can't. When I put my league together, I had a bunch of people that really cared.
Snoop, what are you seeing here?
I'm seeing him not be patient. Because if he takes his time and be patient, set his feet, put it on the line. You ain't got to put it in the air like that. I just told you that. Yeah. Put it on the line. He's not even sticking him. Draw the line.
He had him.
Yes, but he got to draw the line. He can't put too much air on it. He'll be all right. He'll calm down in the second half. That's Gab. Gift to Gab.
You draw the line. You saying throwing him flat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Put him on the line. Get him here. I need him here.
Yep.
I don't need him looking up.
Kind of like Steelers, Super Bowl, Big Ben, corner of the end zone.
Santonio Holmes.
Remember that? There you go.
I was there.
Buckeye. Santonio Holmes. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
He's a Buckeye.
He got him again. Hold on to it. Come on, y'all. See, I didn't have a conversation with y'all about them gloves.
What you got with the gloves? What's wrong with the gloves?
I didn't play with gloves. I played with hands.
Just old school?
Lick your hands and get cracking. That way you can't have an excuse.
That's right. There are a whole lot of them around.
First thing they're going to do is take the gloves off and be like, man, I should have never put these gloves on. Okay, it's 3rd down, huh?
3rd down and 10. What are you looking at here?
Down up here. 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm looking at single coverage on the bottom right there. I will run him right now. Get it to him. He's open. Get it to him. He's open. Right, he's throwing underneath. He's trying to get 3 points.
He gets a gain of
he might be going for here on
7.
4th.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to go for it. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field here.
You got a bowl game, last game of the year.
7:48 left in the 2nd quarter. What would you do?
I'd go for it. You're in no man's land unless you got an elite college kicker. You might be used to the NFL game where, I know you're watching college football, but NFL game is just automatic.
Yeah,
college
not
is a different beast.
Some of them NFLs ain't automatic either.
4th and 2 is kind of no man's land, though.
Okay. You got twins on both sides.
Almost looks like they're trying to draw them off sides here. Nope, they're going to snap it.
Oh, he did? Flag on the play. They didn't get that off. They didn't get that off.
Prior to the snap, first charge timeout, Miami.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back.
Media timeout.
Timeout Miami. Snoop Dogg in the booth with us. Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop.
I feel like your team has to be the Steelers.
Yeah. Well,
I know
one year we was the Patriots because Robert Kraft didn't like our uniforms and he made us be the Patriots. How was I going to say no to a man that's buying us all these uniforms?
That's right. That's right. 4th down, and
4th and
Miami
3?
going to go for it. Yep, they're going for it, and the flag comes down. It's a false start, and now what do you do, Snoop? You go from 4th and 3 now to 4th and 8.
False start.
I think you just took yourself out of field goal range.
5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Coach said he's trying to get the money today, though. He said he's trying to get the money today. He ain't come here to play.
He's a great dude.
He really is.
He's a great dude.
I met his family, his beautiful wife, his daughter, met him downstairs.
I was down at the down in the hotel this morning, and a young guy comes walking up to me, says hello, and because I live close to Oxford in Cincinnati, and so it was one of his adopted children. Kid was really cool, and I said, "Man, your dad is." He said, "Oh, he is the best." He said he adopted me about 3 years ago.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Yeah.
They still going for it. They're courageous. That's another flag.
Again.
That's another flag. You gonna punt the ball, Coach.
Prior to the snap, delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Punt the ball, Coach. Come on, man.
Down.
Your days back to USC. How does that happen?
And especially for a
have a
six-year quarterback, too. I mean, we talked about with Coach yesterday, giving him 2 plays in the huddle. You could see he's trying to change the play to the look that he wants, but you don't got enough time to do it. Just poor management.
Sometimes the pressure of thinking that there's pressure there creates pressure. Because I think he thinks there's pressure there that doesn't exist right now. If he just plays calm and takes his time, he'll be all right. So I believe in him.
Punt it away, trying to pin him inside the 10-yard line, and a fair catch at the 3 by Kobe Johnson. All right, we're going to take a timeout. Kobe, you knew him. You know everybody, right? Everybody, right? Doing right?
Yeah, the Underdogs. That came out top of this year. Football movie about me being a football coach.
Of all those you were in, is that the one you enjoyed the most, or is there another one?
That one I enjoyed thoroughly because I was able to play a coach that I wasn't like, but it eventually turned into the person that I am. So I was able to grow on screen.
You like yourself more now than you did 20 years ago?
No, I probably like myself when I was 13 more than I do now. I ain't have all them problems and issues and different responsibilities. I was just a little kid having fun.
Yeah. But I got to tell you, we were talking about the Olympics, and I know you've heard something like this before, but I'm out walking my dogs like a few days ago, right? And a buddy of mine says to me, neighbor, says, "Hey, I hear you're going to get a chance to meet Snoop Dogg." He said, I'm a little older than him. He's an older guy across the street. And he says, until I watched the Olympics last year, he said, I felt like I had nothing kind of in common with a guy, right? He says, now I really like this dude. How many times have you heard that in the last year?
Well, it's about the things that you do in life to make people feel a certain way about you. And I just feel like these opportunities that I've been given through the Olympics, through The Voice, through these big situations, it helps people to see that I'm just as much as like them as they are like me.
Yeah.
And we're not far apart. And if we just sit down and just communicate and talk like what we're doing right now, we have a lot in common, and we would have never known if we didn't sit down and take these moments to see that we laugh at the same things, we feel for the same things. It's what life is all about bringing people together, and I'm about creating unification rather than division.
We invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show brought to you by Red Lobster. Enjoy shrimp your way and choose 2 or 3 shrimp flavors starting at $16.99. Price and participation may vary. Snoop will lead the band. Special performance by Julian Torres. We'll have highlights and stats with Mike and Trevor Scales down there in the field. You're leading the band.
Yes,
Did you pick the music?
I'm a band conductor as well. I have been known to conduct musical pieces throughout my career, so I take on the role of
From a time or two. There we go.
I always wanted to go to college and do that. Just be standing up there doing all that.
Right.
I want to be that man.
Well, they're ready for you, man.
I see them. They pumped up. I met them all already, too. I took pictures with all of them. Told them, get your spirit right and show up and show out.
They sounded good last night. We were down the road. I know you were doing a show in, Sacramento last night?
Yes, sir.
And we were down the road for the bands and the pep rally last night downtown. And, man, these bands are good.
Man, shout out to all of the people that showed up to the game today. There's so many beautiful people out here. I'm seeing different ages and kids out here and parents and family members. It's beautiful walking through this crowd today.
Second charge timeout.
The energy is magnetic on the field.
All right, we'll take a timeout with them. It's 4:40 to go until halftime. Norvell is not a happy guy right now, having to spend a timeout there. Bracket, okay? This is the first time we've gone to 12 teams. We had the opening round games, and now you're down to the quarterfinals.
The Elite Eight.
All right, Snoop, what are you thinking here? Walk me through each of these matchups. Let's start with Texas, Arizona State.
Texas, Arizona State, that's going to be a great game.
Arizona State recruits LA a lot.
They do. They get a lot of California kids. But I think Coach Sark got too much. I think Texas going to come in there and do what they're supposed to do and move on to the final.
All right, we're going to hold off on the heavyweight matchup, which is next in line. We'll go down to Penn State, Boise State. I did that game. You'll remember the game when Boise State beat Oklahoma.
Yes.
I did that game on TV.
He was on the call. The
Statue of Liberty and the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
I was doing that game with Charles Davis and Barry Alvarez. It was unbelievable. Anyway, all right. Who do you like? Boise State taking on Penn State.
Well, Penn State been on the roll lately. I've been watching. They've been balling. They've been doing their thing over there in the Big Ten. But that running back from Boise State
he's nice.
Different.
Genty.
He's different. If he get off, it could be something special. But I just feel like Penn State got too many dogs on defense, and they got a great offense. I'm going to take Penn State in that one.
All right, what about the Fighting Irish and the Dogs? I mean, a guy, Snoop Dogg, you got to go with the Dogs.
I do, but is the Dog quarterback going to be playing?
No, he's not.
He's not. You got backup quarterback.
There you got to take a G off. He's just a dog now. He's not a D-O double G. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
So I'm going to take Notre Dame. Believe it or not, I can't believe I'm taking touchdown
the USC
Jesus.
Guy.
I know, out of all the teams to take. Wow. How did I do that? Well, forgive me, Father. I have sinned.
All right, now the heavyweight matchup. They played earlier this year in Eugene, and Oregon won by 1 point. Oregon's the only.
The game. Previous play is under further review.
They're the only undefeated team against the Buckeyes. Who do you like in that one?
Now, that's going to be a tricky game right there. To me, that game is going to come down to execution and turnovers, because they both can score, but it's all about who has the ball last and who has the most points. And with that being said, damn, I ain't see Oregon play. I just seen Ohio State play. Oregon had a week off.
Yeah.
I don't know if fresh legs is good or if that. I'm gonna stay down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay down. I'm gonna take Oregon just because they close to.
There we go. There we go, Snoop. Keep it West Coast.
To the, Keep
it West Coast.
Come on, man.
There we go.
Come on, man.
I have no dog in that fight, but I would just take the Ducks since I feel like I have no dog in the fight.
Okay. All right, or at least no double G in the fight.
Thank you. There it is there now.
All right.
That's the type of matchup that could have been a national championship matchup.
It really could have.
If the seeding was different.
Yeah, they got to fix that part. 12 teams is right, but just the numbers is wrong. Get that part right.
Yeah.
I think they should re-rank the teams after the first round.
Yes, thank you.
1 to 8.
Yes.
Then that would mean, because Oregon's they're getting a tough spot right now. They're clearly the #1 team having to face Ohio State. If you re-ranked, then you would have Arizona State 8, Boise 7. I think that would fix a lot.
After further review, the runner was short of the line to gain at the 24.5-yard line. It's 4th down.
Go for it, Coach. You got to go for it, Coach. Don't punt the ball. Keep it gangster the whole way through. Come on, it's 1 yard. You only down 3.
He's not listening to you, Snoop.
I know. He never does. That's why they take their headset back. They say, give me our headset back and get out of here.
All right, so Miami's going to have a shot here. 3:01 to go until clock will start back up now after they reset the ball.
And they're going to be greedy. They're not going to take no knee, or they're not going to run the ball. They're going to try to get some money because they had opportunities that they should have capitalized on.
Cade McDonald standing back at his own 40-yard line. They're going to let a lot of time burn here, and the left footer.
Nice Aussie-style punt.
So the fair catch at the 39-yard line.
Still a lot of time left in this game. 2:32 and a half.
Yeah.
They can get some money before the half. Even if they get a field goal, that's good.
And Miami with 2 timeouts, and don't forget, this is the first year that college football, they call it the 2-minute timeout, but like the pro game, it's a 2-minute warning.
Oh, they don't want to use the same terminology?
No, they don't.
We were given strict instructions.
Okay, we're about to go into the 2-minute timeout, guys.
I'm going to let you say that when we go to the break, all right? So you got your audition there now,
Yes,
like on
sir.
The Voice, and so.
I am ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, it was blown play. Broken play. Broken play. Get down.
The
Get
quarterback
down.
took a big hit right there. Gabbert up to the 42-yard line. Clock continues to run.
Did he used to play for USA?
No, but his older brother's Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know that name.
Yeah.
Jacksonville or...
Yep, Jacksonville.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Won a ring with Kansas City this
Okay.
past year. Was
Okay.
Mahomes' backup.
Okay, there it is there. Okay,
Yep.
talk
All
to
right, here
Tom.
it is, because you got to get downstairs for the band and the halftime stuff. So lead us to what you just practiced. Come on, Maestro.
We're about to go into our 2-minute timeout. We'll be right back after these commercial messages from the local station.
The 2-minute timeout.
That is awesome. All right.
Snoop Dogg's in the house. Just had him up in the booth for the second quarter. Should be back in the third quarter. The game, though, has been a defense's slugfest. Not a lot of firepower, 2 turnovers, but Jordan Ross, the Colorado State receiver, a byproduct of the Snoop Youth Football League out of Southern California, Los Angeles area. He's made the most of his opportunity as a result of the Rams receivers that are out of the program as a result of heading to the transfer portal.
2nd down and 6. They pitch it to the outside to Davis, and he has the first down crossing midfield. So now with 1:54 to go until halftime, the Red Hawks with a legitimate chance to try and extend this lead. Twice trips inside the red zone for Miami, twice kicking field goals. 1 trip inside the red zone for the Rams, kicked a field goal. Rams have turned it over twice. And here's Mosey. Well, he was nearly decapitated and wound up ducking underneath it. That'll turn into a 6, maybe a 7-yard gain. He took a big hit right there. He is very woozy coming to that sideline. Man, oh man, was that a hit. Certainly hope and pray that young man's all right over there.
It's a big loss, obviously, with Mosey being their one established playmaker. Receivers being gone. Kevin Davis, their backup running back, can play receiver, play running back. I'd imagine if Mosey's down, Davis will have to strictly be a running back to right the ship. But the Red Hawks got some momentum here on this last drive.
We're waiting for him to put it back in play. I think Jay Norvell was wondering what was going on over there. This was a
During the
brutal
previous
hit.
play, we have an injured player on the offense. That requires a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 1:32 and start on my signal.
That's Gabe Kershke on the hit. It was not a dirty hit, and it didn't look bad on replay, but in real time, real speed, that was a big hit.
Yeah, and usually anytime the hit is violent at all, you see the training staff rush out there. They did not.
Catch is made inside the 30. And that is Cade McDonald.
Let's watch his head when he goes down in the previous play. Does it smack against the turf at all? A little bit there. Obviously, it's not real speed.
And they quickly get back up to the line of scrimmage, and that is Davis who takes over for Mosey. And he is to the 13-yard line.
Love how the Red Hawks are using tempo.
Here's Davis, and he's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Miami has 2 timeouts remaining and will spend 1 now. No, they won't. I beg your pardon.
I love when offensive coordinators, obviously, you have to play in tempo and 2-minute mode to end the first half. But when your offense has been sluggish, not taking advantage of opportunities, not really getting into rhythm, sometimes when you go up tempo, trust your senior quarterback, your 6-year quarterback just to react. We spent a lot of time talking with Chuck Martin, their head coach, yesterday, saying, hey, they give 2 plays in the huddle and just lean on their quarterback to get him in the right play call, which is what you don't usually hear of, especially now with the helmet communication coaches have talking to their quarterback.
Well, they just blew through 25 seconds right there. I mean, nearly 30 seconds between the end of the prior play and the completion of this play. In fact, 31 seconds were lost right now. Granted, they have 2 timeouts. And the pass incompletion stops the clock.
And that's the other side of what I just said, is when you're giving your quarterback a lot to process and multiple plays, it can take a while to settle into the one play call you want. Still have 2 timeouts, but like you said, wasting time.
All right, so 3rd down and 10 now. Tight end in motion. Gabbert looking around after a pump fake, fires to Davis, who stays in bounds, steps out of bounds at the 6-yard line, short of the first down. So do you go for it here on 4th, or do you kick the field goal?
I think you kick it. Low-scoring game. Get up by 6 points. Momentum's on your side. Head into the second half. I like this decision. I think if it was 4th and a long one or a 2 yards on the dot, maybe you think about it, but it's a true 3 yards here. It's tough to pick that up on the ground.
Ruling on the field of a completed catch is under further review.
Question is, was a receiver out of bounds when he caught the ball?
And when Gabbert was rolling out, I thought the whole time, hey, run for it. You have 2 timeouts. That look right there looks like his heel's on the white.
Yep. I tell you, that was not executed well. That entire sequence of events after they got the first down, between blowing 31 seconds and then, you know, the subsequent plays, which puts you in a 3rd down and 10, and then this is not going to be a completion. So they're going to have to kick a field goal, probably in the neighborhood of about, 34 yards. Not a big deal for Jobin.
When he did pivot, it looked closer than that initial frame. The call in the field's a catch. Oh, you can tell he's out, and then he realizes he's out, and then resets his right foot. But obviously when he touches, that right foot's out of bounds, hence why he felt the need to reset it. But man, that referee is right there.
Yep.
Even if he steps out and then realizes he's out and steps back in, he's got to establish position.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. 4th down.
So they call that a completed pass.
They must have allowed him to, when he reset his right foot before he caught that ball, they must have thought there was enough there to have the call stand.
This will be a 24-yard field goal try now by Dom Jobin. He's hit on a pair, 2 for 2 in the game. Doublehammer, the punter, is the holder.
3rd charge timeout. Colorado State. 30 seconds.
Well, if you're looking for a cable news network that represents all Americans, and you have a new home with News Nation, see why News Nation is America's most trusted cable news network. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. So for the 6-year senior Gabbert, it has been a very quiet first half. Only 7 of 18 for 83 yards. This is Miami's 3rd trip inside the red zone. And they're 0 for 3 as far as touchdowns are concerned, trying to go 3 for 3.
I'll tell you what, though, that haircut, though, is sweet. The mullet slicked back, got the sides looking right, heading to Arizona. Look at that thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's some flow right there.
Yeah, it is. Well, I'd do anything to have that.
I did not have the hair or the swagger to pull that off as a quarterback back in the day.
Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. So 12 seconds remain until halftime, and Miami out of Oxford, Ohio. Student body right around 17,000. And, of course, Miami is known
Officials timeout.
as the cradle of coaches. And when I say cradle of coaches, I mean we are talking about some of the most legendary names in the history of football, going all the way back to Paul Brown, who, of course, won a national championship at Ohio State. He would win a professional championship with the Cleveland Browns. Woody Hayes coached at Miami. Bo Schembechler, Ara Parseghian, Webb Eubank won a Super Bowl at the New York Jets. And you know about Paul Brown. But there are many. John Harbaugh went to Miami. Of course, he has won a Super Bowl in the NFL.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay.
He graduated in 2008.
Graduated from Miami of Ohio. It is incredible the number of coaches that have come out of Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
I thought it was cool yesterday, too, when you highlighted Chuck Martin's run here. I think nationally, college football fans don't really realize how successful he's been. Obviously, if you're in the Midwest and a fan of MAC football, you know, but 11th season here, has 2 MAC titles, which that's a standard that was untouched at Miami of Ohio before that. He's doing some special things, and one of the better coaches in college football that goes under the radar.
This is James Mitchell. I beg your pardon, Cam Baratow, 94.
Kind of leaping over the center guard area, and that's a lot of man at 300 pounds having to support himself on coming down, hitting the ground.
All right, so 12 seconds remain after the 24-yard field goal by Jobin. And Johnson's going to bring it out. And he pays a price as he is leveled at the 11-yard line.
You got the sideline, the special teams coach all fired up. Not insignificant either. This game was, neither team could really get something going, but to end this first half, feels like Miami's got the momentum.
We're talking about Chuck Martin and, his career in coaching. He was hired by Brian Kelly when Kelly was the head coach at Grand Valley State. And Kelly had won a couple national championships there. Martin took over and led Grand Valley as a head coach to 5 straight Final Fours, won 2 NCAA Division II titles, as this running play will end the half. Kelly hired him at Notre Dame and then became the head coach in Miami in 2014.
This is the end of the first half.
All right, so 9-3 Red Hawks at halftime.
The Red Hawks going into halftime.
All right, so here we go. Second half underway as they've turned on the lights here at Arizona Stadium. This is the home of the University of Arizona. You played in this stadium.
I did. I had it during the remodel, too. So there was a remodel going on, 13-14, I believe it was, and they redid the end zone. Now the home locker room is right underneath the goalpost on the home side, and it's a beautiful stadium.
Yeah, it really is. Beautiful town. Oftentimes people think about Arizona and you think of Phoenix and Scottsdale and all that kind of thing. And I lived there a long, long time. But I tell you, there is something really, really nice about Tucson. It's so much smaller, easy to get around. Really nice people. First down throw, and that's a good way to get it started for Gabbert to begin the second half. That completion goes to Perry on the far side. That's his first catch of the day. Perry had just 8 receptions. During the year, he's a transfer from Indiana and only a sophomore.
I'd expect a lot of that in the second half. Again, it's Brett Gabbert, their quarterbacks. Last half of college football. An extremely productive passer, gritty quarterback with 2 quarters left in his college football career. Put the keys in his hand and allow him to go get you a W if you're the Red Hawks.
Quick throw. And they put it in the hands of Cade McDonald, and a short pickup, only a yard and a half. Second down and 8 for Miami.
It's an excellent play by that corner, Dom Jones, number 7. You always want quarters that can run with guys, but when you're nearly 200 pounds outside, he can be physical in the run game. Does a great job getting his hands on that receiver, not getting blocked, and coming up with that tackle.
If you're just joining us, we had Snoop Dogg with us the entire second quarter. He is scheduled to come back up. You never know. He's very, very busy. As this one is going to go down the sideline. This is Perry, and he's caught inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. So Perry, we did not call his name in the entire first half. He's caught by Howell after a huge gain.
His first catch this drive, he's on the outside. This time they move him into the slot. That linebacker's tucked inside the box. Little bubble route and utilize Cam Perry's speed on the outside lane.
That is a 40-yard gain. Now we saw Keon Mosey get hurt in the final couple of minutes of the opening half. Davis gets the first carry here in the second half. So we'll see if Mosey comes back into this game. He was really shaken up and was wobbling on his way to the sideline. This is Davis, and he's inside the 5. It'll be first and goal for Miami. Well, they've come out looking like an entirely different offensive team.
This is Brett Gabbert just reading the box. Only 5 Ram defenders in there. Give Kevin Davis the ball in a hurry. He cuts upfield for a nice gain.
Davis again spins his way into the end zone, and the game's first touchdown. Kevin Davis, a senior out of Jackson, Tennessee, does most of his damage as a pass catcher. Had nearly 30 receptions, 27 of them during the year. But he carries it in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. And a point after away from this becoming a 13-point lead. 6 plays, 75 yards in under 2.5 minutes. Point after is good by Dom Jobin. So whatever Coach Martin said at halftime, they got it going on.
That was a statement drive for the Red Hawks, capped off by Kevin Davis getting in for 6. In the college games, next level.
27 a game. That is just lighting it up, man.
You got to get some shots up. Just volume of shots to get.
You're right. All right, a 16-3 lead. Miami answered with that drive straight down the field to begin this second half. And so these numbers need to get better in a hurry if Colorado State's going to get back into this game.
And a lot of those passing yards for Fowler Nicolosi came in that first drive for Colorado State. You thought after that first drive, the Rams got something going on, but they really stalled out the rest of the first half. Made the same comment about Brett Gabbert, Miami's quarterback, if it feels like it's a second half where he needs to take the reins. I think the same thing is for Fowler Nicolosi. You're down at receiver, but you got an experienced quarterback. Time to go win your squad a game.
All right, long way to go, and thrown behind the intended target. Second down and 10. Had an eye on Ross.
Look at these beautiful shots by our Lucas Oil helicopter.
Yeah, we've really been lucky to have them with us the entire year. They've traveled with us virtually every single weekend, both in California, now in Arizona, up and down the East Coast in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
It's cool stopping by both teams' hotels yesterday. You can tell their fans are glad to be flying out of the snow into the sun here in Arizona.
Now, is that a catch is the question. I think they're calling that a catch and a fumble, and they are. The catch was made by Vince Brown II. He took a huge hit from Silas, or Walters is the one who picks up the football. Not sure who jarred it loose, but at least that's the initial ruling on the field. They will take a look.
Yeah, initially, this is an incredible throw. Fitting the ball into a tight window, finding your tight end on a little over route. Vince Brown. Ooh, that's where you get into the whole football move conversation.
Yeah, Caleb Martin was the one who delivered the hit right there.
So he's got possession.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
He looked like he started to make a step or two there.
I'm with it. He's got possession, but the ball never comes into his body, which always makes me hesitate. The refs view that as full possession. That's a bang-bang call, and again, not insignificant that the call in the field is a fumble.
So you had the hit by Martin. Salopek looked like the one right there who jarred it loose, punching it out from behind.
That's 2 heads-up punch-outs we've seen from this Red Hawk defense. You can see Vince Brown, his reaction when he's on the ground. He goes to his helmet. That's his natural reaction. You'd have to think he felt like he caught it, and then it was a fumble, rather than sometimes you see receivers in that moment go right to the ref and say, I never had it.
So again, this is a American Athletic Conference crew, and our referee is Steven Anderson. Gilbert Byers, our umpire. We thank all the officials for their all hard work during this season. And the judiciary rules. Here we go. Ruling on the field confirmed, so it's Miami football.
How huge is that? The last 6 minutes of game time, Miami scored a field goal and a touchdown, now a turnover, all the momentum on the Red Hawk side.
It's the 3rd turnover of this game for Jay Norvell's team. And right back at it at the Colorado State 47-yard line. Gabbert, just a poor throw. I mean, Gabbert's had a number of those today. I think he'd be the first one to tell you. You know, you talk about a little irony. I ran into Gabbert's dad at our hotel 2 days ago. His sister, back in St. Louis, Missouri, where the Gabbert family is from, this is Davis trying to break it to the outside and turn the corner, and he'll gain 6, close to 7. But Brett Gabbert's sister was hired 7 months ago by Gin and Juice.
It was fitting.
And here he is playing.
It was foreshadow.
Yes.
Is she working the ball game? You guys get that far?
She was coming to the game.
Okay.
And Dad wanted to know if she was going to be coughing up some of the product.
I feel like a NIL deal should have been in the fold for these last 2 months of the season.
All right, so they spot it at the 41, so it's a 3rd down and 5. And Gabbert steps into the throw, a catch, leaping a defender, and able to pick up the 1st down is Davis.
We talked about his usage of the backfield. Now he's at the slot receiver. Nice patience on a little choice route. 5 yards, breaks out, and then hurdles a man. That's confidence right there. To catch his speed out, have the football awareness to turn up field, and the reaction to hurdle a guy. That's an athlete.
And the tight end, the reception. That was a throw he missed earlier. That's Cold Iron. And it's 1st and goal for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, they get a nice little design here of tight end blocking here, and then he's going to release into the flat. Both guys go with the now route. No one in that soft zone. With that too high safety, nowhere near making a play. Cold Iron, that's 3 calls so far today that they've dialed up to get their playmaker at tight end the ball.
Here comes a blitz, and Gabbert wide open in front of him, and he will leap into the end zone on the keeper. They brought the all-out blitz, and once he got through it, nobody from here to the border. And a point after away from a 20-point lead for the Red Hawks.
You said it, Tom. Oftentimes when a defense brings a blitz, you're playing man coverage across the board behind it. If a defensive line doesn't stay in their rush lanes and a quarterback breaks through, there is not a second level to that defense. Credit Gabbert for taking advantage, and back-to-back touchdowns for Chuck Martin and the Red Hawks.
Well, they want to make it a 21-point lead. So they're going to go ahead and attempt the 2-point conversion here. 5 plays, 47 yards in under 2 minutes. So 4.5 minutes, 14 or 13 right now, trying to make it 15 points for the Red Hawks. And this will be a failed 2-point try. So a 22-3 lead. Boy, he's upset. He ought to be fired up the way they've started this second half.
He was frustrated with his quarterback's decision there, but right here makes a great decision. That leg looks healthy. Red Hawks here in the second half. Only 15 points altogether in the first half. 16 so far early in the third quarter. Rushing touchdown and a big defensive strip right there on a catch fumble. And then their quarterback, Brett Gabbert, in his 6th year, last start, under center for the Red Hawks, utilizing his legs to get in for a touchdown.
And there you see, we told you Gabbert needed just under 200 yards to surpass the great Ben Roethlisberger for career passing yards at Miami University. And after a strong start to this second half, he's banging on the door. Closed captioning for today's game brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. Campus of the University of Arizona. And they've got everything. You got the swimming pool. You've got the McHale Center. Some great college basketball for a long, long time from the Wildcats. Got the baseball stadium.
You're seeing it right there. That first drive of the game, 72 yards. Big reason why is they got Jordan Ross involved, their true freshman receiver. Armani Winfield's a name we haven't called today. Those two guys, that's right on cue. Got to come up big.
Daly makes his first catch of the day. He was a late addition to getting some playing time in this game. Told you about how hard each of these teams, especially at the wide receiver position, were hit in the transfer portal. That's a pretty slick move or two over there by Dane Olson, and he's able to convert for a first down and then some pushing and shoving after the play. And Salopek trying to get his teammates out of there.
Yeah, Olson a walk-on on this team. He's really come on for the Rams the last few games of the regular season. It's good elusiveness, making a couple guys miss, getting up the field. It's an easy completion, allowing your quarterback to settle in.
So a little bit of life here.
Looks like they have a whole new batch of receivers too. Donovan Ollie in there clapping his hands. We haven't called his name, trying to challenge this group.
And once more making the catch at midfield is Daly. The top two receivers for each team gone in the portal. Jamari Person, their second leading receiver. Their leader in receiving yards, Caleb Goody, is transferred to the University of Cincinnati. And then the top two receivers for Miami. One transfers to Texas Tech, the other transfers to Minnesota.
Now we're seeing the Rams use some tempo. It's how the Red Hawks got in rhythm to end the first half. Now the Rams trying to take a page out of their opponent's book.
Nice to see Daly do a few things here in this game. He grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. That's outstanding coverage out there. The Rams coaching staff looking for a flag. So is Fowler Nicolosi. That was Ollie out there down the sideline.
It's the same action we saw last possession by the Red Hawks and Jack Coldiron. They got their tight end open this time, though. The Red Hawks secondary being disciplined, not falling for that fake smoke screen on the outside and staying in Donovan Ollie's hip pocket the whole way.
Second down and 10. Rams need a touchdown on this drive. Back shoulder throw, looking at Daly once more. Step-for-step coverage here by Caleb Martin. Martin, an outstanding high school quarterback. Coach Martin was talking about him for a long time yesterday. He said this guy threw for over 2,700 yards, 31 touchdowns, rushed for over 1,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 51 touchdowns. And Miami ends up getting him out of Cleveland, Tennessee. They were just hoping he would stay under the radar. is Marshall all the way down close to the 10-yard line. They'll spot it at the 11. Ty Wise able to make the tackle.
It's a great burst by Marshall right when he gets through that defensive line. Credit the right side of the offensive line. Drew Moss, Aaron Karras. Big hit at the end as well. It's nice to get an explosive run play if you're Colorado State. It's been a strong drive. Good response by the Rams.
28-yard run there by Justin Marshall. He's a redshirt freshman. Here's a throw to the end zone, and it's incomplete, no flag. There's a name you're wondering that we haven't called today. The transfer from Baylor, Armani Winfield.
Big physical receiver, 6'2", 205. One comment back to the point you were just making, Tom, too, about Caleb Martin in Miami, Ohio. It's interesting with this transfer portal era we're in, some of the Power 4 programs not taking as many high school kids. So then the trickle-down effect of that is a school like both these schools, Colorado State and Miami, able to get a higher caliber high school kid that you might have lost 5 years ago. Caleb Martin, certainly one of those guys.
First time we've called the name of Avery Morrow in quite some time. And he's down to the 5-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. Call it 4. It's just outside the 5. They need to get just inside the 2.
You have to think, too, you're in 4-down territory. I know there's a lot of game left, but just the pace of this game, how does that impact your play calling down here?
Lofted into the corner of the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. That is not a touchdown. I have never understood, and Max, you play quarterback. I've just never understood the jump ball. I don't care if the guy's 2 feet taller than another guy. That is such a hard play to try and convert.
And it's also even harder when it's a corner route and a tight end, not necessarily a outside lane receiver who's used to doing that on maybe a smaller corner. Vince Brown, though, I've been impressed. You can see the athleticism. It almost looks like a bigger receiver at the tight end spot. When you're down playmakers in this game, it's been clear they're trying to get Vince Brown, and I was worried about that when he went down, put a lot of pressure on that one leg. It's not a good sign for an athlete like him last game of the season.
Brown won a couple of national junior college championships at the College of DuPage in Illinois. See if we can see what happened here.
I was worried about the right knee banging against the turf, but also just the pressure that he had on the left leg too. Yeah, it's the right knee banging against the ground. Hopefully it's just a Charlie horse rather than something more serious. They're going to need him to come up with big plays in the pass game here.
Brown, a big man, as athletic as he is. He goes 6'6", 230 pounds. And hopefully he's going to be all right. And he's walking pretty well down there, not needing any help. Hopefully, like you said, just slam the knee into the ground, and now it hurts.
And now if you're Colorado State, you're in no man's land here, really. 4th and 4, too long to comfortably run the ball. Right there was probably your favorite pass call down here in the red zone. So what's your next favorite call? We've talked about it. You're down playmakers. Where do you go? You got smaller outside receivers. Wonder if they try to use Fowler Nicolosi's legs in some capacity. That's unlocked some of their passing game in that first quarter.
All right, so here we go. This is a critical 4th down here. And they run it on 4th down. Oh, boy. There are a lot of people going to be wondering about that play call as they hand it off to Morrow. 4th and goal.
Turnover on downs. 1st down, Miami. Immediate timeout.
You're trailing 22-3. You surprised?
I am. You're in no man's land. Credit Brian Ilgu getting in there for a red hot stop. Brought to you by Red Lobster. Enjoy shrimp your way and choose 2 or 3 shrimp flavors starting at $16.99. Price and participation may vary. This is really the play that got all the momentum back on the Red Hawks side. Adam Trick, the defensive end, coming up with an interception. CSU's defense held strong, but right there at that point in the game, the Rams offense had some momentum, had a successful first drive, and the turnovers very much been a story of this game and Colorado State's inability to get any sort of offensive momentum.
How about this from Kevin Davis? He's off to the races. The 30, the 20. Snoop with 2 G's. Davis takes over for the injured Mosey, who suffered a concussion in the final couple of minutes. My, oh my.
Snoop's gotta love it. Gotta say that man's earned himself double G status. Called upon because the starter Mosey's out. Man, has he been explosive in this second half. That speed, bursting through that first line of defense. And it was a house call right away.
97 yards. That's a 3rd touchdown of this second half for the Miami Redhawks.
He almost went untouched. He did go untouched. Look at this. So much so he didn't even need to switch the ball into his outside arm. He said this is a track meet.
Man.
I'll meet you at the lowrider Impala painted end zone. Snoop saying, look how big that hole was. He burst right through.
Who's he talking to down there? That's what I want to know. I don't see anybody hanging around him. How do you go to the Snoop Dogg Bowl and not have anybody sitting next to you?
In his peace and quiet. Got done with a concert last night at what, 2 a.m. he said?
Yeah.
Flew straight here.
And he said
sleep.
he was playing at, you played that video game, the NCAA game.
NCAA football. Yeah. He was saying he was playing NCAA football. So again, he got in late last night after a concert, playing NCAA football, the video game, early this morning to get a look at the layout of the field. So he knew his walking steps and just to lay the land.
There you see the championship trophy and then the MVP on the lowrider. That's a big league car right there now. I could see you cruising around Southern California in that thing.
You think so? With my fancy sunglasses?
Yeah, and your bride?
My bride, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
My bride's kind of a suspect driver, though, so I don't know.
She is?
Can't be giving her the wheel, you know?
No.
What if it's got hydraulics? That'd be sweet. You know?
I know.
It'd be very, very fitting.
You know it does. You don't even have to ask that question.
My dad, once upon a time, he kicked in college. He won a car at a Seahawks game, and it was a Geo Tracker with that same neon blue color. It was on track to be my high school car, stick shift, the whole deal, and then my neighbor ran into it and totaled it. And,
Come on.
Ended up getting a minivan, or I guess a Honda Accord as my first car. But I always was like, man, the neon blue Geo Tracker. Not that it's a lowrider.
But back up real quick, as that first down carries for about 6. Your dad won it at a Seahawks game, kicking the football?
So my dad kicked in college, had a cup of coffee with the Chargers and the Falcons way back in the day, and was tracking this kicking competition at a Seahawks halftime game, and booted a 45-yarder, 40-yarder at a halftime game, probably raining. It was in Seattle, and the best part was the license plate. It was the pass down car from all 4 of my brothers, all 3 of my brothers. The license plate was "My Foot Won It," number 1, as the license
cool
plate.
Is that?
Sweet.
That is cool. Catch made by Winfield. It'll bring up a 3rd down. You go back to that 4th down call a minute ago, and look, it was 22-3. And it was 4th down. You called it before the play. You were kind of like in no man's land. There was no way you were going to run the ball. And then that's exactly what the Rams did.
You have to think Jay Norvell looked at what he had, and he's got his tight end down with an injury. He's lost it. I know on paper it's your top 2 receivers, but I think it's really the top 3 receivers with Torrey Horton, who they lost early on in the season to an injury. You just don't have a lot of playmakers out wide in a must-pass situation.
And barely enough for the first down. That is Marshall.
Follow Peter Montaney, the tight end H-back there. Good job getting that first down. We talked with Jay Norvell yesterday about that, basically saying, hey, you know, looking ahead to the future, you're going to lose an experienced offensive line. You're going to have to count on that man right there, Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, to really drive the offense moving forward. And we've talked about it a couple times on this telecast. It was a pass-heavy offense last year, more run-heavy this year. Interesting to see what the identity is for this Rams offense in 2025.
Yeah, you know, it really is interesting that you have a guy freshman year and you start a freshman quarterback. I think it's safe to say you're going to expect some mistakes and some interceptions. But they throw the ball almost 150 fewer times this year than they did with Fowler and Nicolosi last year in his first year of college football. Now, they ran it considerably better, as we documented earlier. There's a throw on the run, and the catch is made right at the 44-yard line. And that'll be 2 yards short of a first down by Jordan Ross.
Had some success getting Nicolosi's legs involved. But back to that point real quick, I give Jay Norvell credit. There's a lot of coaches that would stick to their guns, say we were a pass offense last year. We're going to keep being a pass explosive offense, especially with a guy like Jay Norvell who's got an offensive mind. But he said, you know what? We're sitting there at spring ball. We say, I don't know if we got a front seven defensively that can hold up. Let's scale it back, be a more conservative offense to help our defense. And in year 3, there's not a lot of head coaches that would do that. And it's a big reason why the Rams have had a successful season.
3rd down and 2, and up to the 45, which will be a yard short of a first down, is Morrow. So now down 29-3. Needless to say, they have to go for it, even here in the 3rd quarter. 3:40 to go.
One thing that gets lost in this transfer portal era, where it feels like every team it's a brand new season, brand new team every single year. There's not as much carryover one year to the next. I'll finish this point after this key 4th down.
All right, they get it off, and the old flea flicker, here it comes, wide open, and it is caught, and that is the first touchdown of the game for the Colorado State Rams. And that's Daly, the kid from up the road in Phoenix. How about that? Boy, did Colorado State need that one. 56-yard touchdown to Daly.
I love the call. 4th down, you know everyone's going to be bunched up in the box. Not going to have safety help on the 3rd level of a defense. And then credit Fowler-Nicolosi for putting air on this football. Snoop is loving it.
And now noise for the point after, and it is good, which makes it a 29-10 game, 7 plays, 75 yards in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, right here they're going to dial up the receiver, act like you're blocking, and then go vertical down the field. There's no safety help. You can see all the Red Hawks bunch in the box there. It's a great job selling it by Daly, and then again, air on the football, throw away from the defense. So often you see either the quarterback overthrow in those situations when the receiver's wide open, or underthrow and allow a DB to get involved. Snoop's loving it. Jay Norvell's loving his play call. Says it's about time. Needed that big play.
Well, how exciting is it for Daly? I mean, you know, basically he's gone the entire year not playing as a freshman. And here he comes back to his home state for the bowl game and dotting that chain, looking good after the touchdown. Congratulations, young man.
It's a great route, too. Way to be patient. It's not easy to do when you're a reserve receiver. You know they're down, you're up. You're the only receiver in the concept, but he sold that action and reaped the benefits of that with a touchdown.
And from the 5-yard line, this is Davis again, and he's off to the races. Are you kidding me? He had a 97-yarder a minute ago. Slams on the brakes, and he's run out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Where's this guy been all year long? He's been a big part of the passing game. He'd have touched the ball 50 times a game if you're coaching Max Brown.
Man, has he felt this speed this whole game. The burst right through there. It's a great job by the kicker, forcing him to cut back, allowing his buddies to come up with a tackle. but man, this third quarter has been the Kevin Davis show.
He went for 97 yards the last time he touched the ball. The very next time he touches the ball, this kickoff return, and he rips off 81. I have a sneaking suspicion he is a leader in the clubhouse for our MVP. And he even needs a breather. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Trevor Scales, who is faster, you or Davis?
Oh, come on now. I'm going to concede that to Davis. I don't watch this down on the field. There's no way I'm keeping pace with that brother. And to y'all's point, he is a guy that has done a little bit of everything for this Miami offense all season long. But this is where he gets to shine when you lose your number one back and you're having to rely on an explosive cat like him.
Yeah, no kidding. And he is making the most of it. First carry of the day for Josh Ringer.
His head coach said he's our do-everything guy. We thought that was just about offensive-wise, out of the backfield and catching the ball. But today, getting it done in the special teams game as well, especially when the Red Hawk team needed him. Keon Mosey, their starting running back, is out. Kevin Davis is taking advantage of that opportunity.
Ball starts. Offense.
Boy, oh
Everybody
boy.
but the center. 5-yard penalty.
I mean, Chuck Martin is fuming down there. That's back-to-back false start penalties once you get the ball after an 81-yard return.
That, to me, is a byproduct of some bowl game, maybe complacency. In the holiday season, some of the operation things are not what you would expect. Maybe expect this week 1, but not to end the year.
Ball is loose. And the Rams say they have it. And still waiting on the official signal. Yes, they do. How about that? You get the huge return. Suma may have jarred that thing loose, and there's some pushing and shoving going on at the end of this play. And now the coach is trying to keep players rushing on the field from the Colorado State sideline.
That ball's clearly out.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by Colorado State. First down.
That ball's clearly out. You got Chuck Martin talking to his right tackle, Reed Holsky. It's his last college football game. Jados, their left tackle, transferred away. So Holsky, he's their veteran leader. Playing both right and left tackle today. He'll have a shot at making an NFL training camp when the time comes. But how big was that turnover for Colorado State?
Ruling on the field of a fumble recovered by Colorado State is under further review.
And Norvell's just shaking his head like, well, what do you have to review? I mean, that's as plain as day. This ball came loose.
Little zone read that defensive end. Persky 58. And this was just stripped there.
I guess the question is, which we can't tell from that angle anyway, is there a chance his knee was down before the ball came loose?
One thing we haven't highlighted today, but it is Adam Pillipel, their interim defensive coordinator. First time calling games for him. Young rising coach in the business. Jay Norvell moved on from defensive coordinator Freddie Banks, so giving the young coach in Pillipel an opportunity, how big would that be to get his defense back on track?
Hey, that was hard to tell. I mean, because he clearly was headed down to the ground. And tough to tell whether or not, I don't think they have enough evidence, at least from what we've seen, to be able to overturn this call. The ruling on the field is a fumble.
Where that was on the field, you have to think the line judge had a great view of it in real time.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down, Colorado State.
righty, so it is confirmed. And it's also confirmed that back up in the booth with us.
Back up in the heezy, baby.
You saw some trick plays and we're like,
That wasn't Max Brown, by the way.
That was my trick play, by the way.
you dialed up that flea flicker?
Yeah, that was my flea flicker.
You installed that midweek?
We call him the D-O-double-G flicker. And it worked perfectly to perfection.
All right, now trying to get a little closer, and the catch is
don't
made.
fall down,
And that'll
baby.
be a
Keep your
gain
grip.
of 15 yards on first down. I mean, all of a sudden, you're hanging around here with us in the first half, and it's 9-3. You go down there and talk to everybody, rub elbows with all the powers that be, and I mean, we got offense all over the place now.
That's what these ball games are about, making that adjustment, that second half adjustment that they made. Shout out to Ada Skate. What's his name?
Kevin Davis. I was going to say, what'd you tell him at half?
Killer the Dilla. The dream fulfiller. He went to work.
We got him out of the backfield, playing a little slot receiver, kick returner.
Man,
He can run now.
he may run himself to that MVP.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We made that
Uh-oh, wait a minute. He came through. Come on now, fight.
That's Justin Marshall. He's looked good.
Justin looking like little Eric Dickerson with that 2-9 on.
Yeah, he does. Got the same body.
Need the shades with it, too.
Go ahead, stand up tall when you hit it.
Like that patience, Snoop?
Yes, I
There
do.
you go.
I do, because when you patient like that, then you put your foot in the dirt.
That's what you were telling him. You said,
Down
put
here.
your foot in the dirt, get uphill.
Get there now. The liquor store's that way.
There's no liquor store if you don't win this ball game.
It's
There's only,
sponsored by Gin and Juice. We're trying to get you to the store. So you can get a year's supply of gin and juice from Dre and Snoop.
All right, let's go downstairs to our main man, Trevor Scale.
Trying to give Snoop his kudos because he did mention to head coach Jay Norvell that there's something there for him.
When we get up,
We got a reverse, we got a flea flicker.
I like that. You speaking my language. You already either one of those.
And you know what? The reverse is going to your guy, Jordan Ross.
Let's go up top.
From Warren High
Strike
School.
up the band, man. Strike up the band, Earl. He struck up the band.
Yes, he did.
As he should. Good job, coach.
He was giving you some play call nuggets
He was
there?
letting me know it was there.
Oh, boy, tip pass, and it's intercepted.
Night, Wise.
And
Wise.
it is
He's a wise guy.
inside the 10,
He's a
all
wise
the way
guy.
down to the 5.
He's a wise guy. That guy right there has made a ton of tackles today. When I was on the sideline, he said to me and Coach K-Mac, watch me in the moves I make.
He told you that.
That's what he said. Well, how many tackles he got today?
He got a ton.
He had 17 just this last game. What you seeing here, Snoop?
I'm saying that tip drill. Keep
Look
your
what
eyes
I
on the
found.
sparrow. Yeah, you got to keep your eyes on the swivel, your head on the swivel, eyes on the air, because you never know that ball going to fall.
That's a 54-yard return, and Norvell upset. He was hoping his team was getting back into this thing. End of the third from the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Snoop is in the house. To that interception, 54-yard return, Miami in business.
Yeah, they standing on business right now. Shout out to the GGL, all my homies at the house watching on KTLA. Hello, CW. Oh, you flip it, WC, West Coast. Hello.
So the buddies of yours, they hang out at your crib when you're gone?
No, they got their own house.
You don't want them hanging around your place.
No, that's going to get me in the doghouse.
You don't need that.
No way.
No way. I tell you, your staff, the people that you work with, you got a lot of cool people.
Thank you, brother.
Really cool people. I've talked to a couple of them, guys that coach with you before the
Yes,
game
sir.
today.
Yes, sir.
Ladies that are up here with you here
Yes,
tonight,
sir.
your security.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
just really cool people.
Hey, man, it starts from the top, you know. Whatever the energy is from up top usually rolls downhill, so it starts with me.
All right, here we go. It is 2nd down and goal for the Red Hawks.
The Red Hawks have been red hot in the second half.
Boy, have they ever.
That's two men moving at the same time. I ain't like that. That should have been a flag.
And is that Davis again?
That's Davis.
Oh, no, that's Brunson. I beg your pardon. That's number
Brunson.
6. Who
Oh,
came in.
CIX, son. What Davis got? How many yards he got in the afternoon?
Well, he's got over 270 all-purpose yards.
Oh, that sounds like he's a M, a V,
They got near their goal line and they brought Brunson in. He was 230.
What?
Got
Yeah,
the big
he's a
back.
bruiser.
They
Okay.
got Davis at 170 and now Brunson's the 230 back.
Okay, so you got Thunder and Lightning. Their own version of it.
Throwback. Little Reggie Lindell.
Come on, man. You know I'm
had to
like
squeeze in a
Come on, I
USC
gotta
reference.
squeeze
There
that
you
in there,
go.
dog. Quit playing, man. They looking the part. They playing it right now, too. Give it to him.
Look at the big fella.
He got low.
I mean,
He got low and he talking on the way out. Dude, you talk that talk. Say something to him, Brunson. Let him know you standing on business while he laying down on the ground. Hello. You ain't stood over him. Because it's business he's standing on. You dig? Up by 25. For my listeners out there in the Latin world.
Officials timeout.
Yes, sir. The
Injured
score.
defensive
Letting
player.
them know.
Broadcasting live in Spanish for you. 35-10. That's the score right now. 35-10.
Very nice. Impressive.
Yes, sir.
Impressive.
I dropped my ring. What did that mean? And it only means we claim to clean. That's the Super
what there?
What
What
are
you
these
got
rings
there?
you
It's a
got
Super Bowl
going here?
ring,
What
man.
is
Check it
this?
out. Snoop
can't just
Football
drop
League.
a ring and then
I dropped it on purpose so I can get some
Cool
camera
is
time.
that? Look at that.
Try it on, see what it feel like.
That is cool, man.
Look at the
I mean,
Super
looking
Bowl
good
champ.
now.
Look at him.
How about
My
that?
God.
TB looking
How
sharp.
about that thing right there?
Tom Brady ain't got nothing on you.
You got that? Well, he's got maybe something. Couple things, maybe. That's sweet.
What year
Thank
is
you.
that? What?
Snooper Bowl.
2024, that's today.
Man, that is
That's
fantastic.
today, man. Check it out, man.
Coach Snoop.
Today, baby. You know what I'm
Coach
saying?
Snoop.
Yeah, get used to it. Put it on you. Bring
you
your
go.
championship vibes.
Boom.
You gotta feel it to believe it.
It's legit.
Yeah, it's too legit to quit, like Hammer used to say. We put him back home. Hi, girl.
And that is Barito. He left earlier in the game injured, you may remember. He really looks hurt here. He must have got caught up underneath some guys at the bottom of that pile.
Well, he playing hard right now. That's what I want to say.
He had
To
the
both of these
same.
teams, they playing very, very hard. They're not even playing for the scoreboard. They playing like it's their last game.
How about
love
this?
it.
Your first year, attendance up over 40,000.
Oh,
Officially a sellout.
man. Come on, man. Y'all gonna make
Doing
me cry
something
on
right.
TV, man. 40,000 in attendance for the first annual? Come on,
Arizona
man.
Bowl record. That's been going on for over 10 years in these parts. And put your name on it, and look what happened.
Oh, man, I'm so thankful, so grateful, man. The kids and the people that came out today had a great time. Teams are having a great time as well. Thank you.
Are you going to throw us to break here now? Come on.
We'll be
Could you
back
give
in the
us
flash.
something
This
here?
is Big Snoop D-O-double-G on the CW broadcast. Don't go slow, but before you know, we'll be back like that right about now.
That's the only company you don't do advertising for.
They gonna pay me after this, believe that. Killer Kevin Davis down the sideline, sliding, ripping and riding. Oh, he's gone. He's going to the liquor store, and guess what he's gonna get? A six-pack of gin and juice. Hello. Killer Kevin Davis, the Valero player of the game, 144 on the ground, and a whole bunch in the air, and a whole bunch on special teams. He got it. Look at his hair. His hair is pretty though. He got that looking like Bruno Mars. Go ahead, nephew. Killer. We got to play Bruno Mars when he gets the MVP.
You're right. No, they're only playing your stuff, I think, here.
I can nudge the DJ.
All right, Snoop, our producers, here you go. There you go.
Oh, come on now.
What made you, I'm curious
Give me
about this,
some of
what
that.
made you think gin? I'm a gin guy. I like gin, right? But there aren't there weren't a lot of people drinking gin
Right.
these days. A lot of vodka, you know, that kind of thing. What made you think gin?
The nostalgic song, Gin and Juice, that we made over 30-something years ago,
Right.
it just kept coming up. People were doing their own versions of it, country music, jazz music, and it was like, you know what, the song is so big, we might as well create the product that connects to the song. And it was the time was right. Me, Dre, and Jimmy Iovine decided to do it, and we did it.
That's awesome. Where is Dre, by the way?
In the studio cooking. He's cooking right now. He's back on his mission. Let it go. Let it go. Don't get sacked. Oh, come on.
He let it go almost in the second row of the stands.
Speaking of cooking, you got a new album that just dropped, right?
Yeah, new album just came out, Missionary, produced by Dr. Dre. It's been a long time coming. Finally at a place to where we could, really make music to have fun. And not about nothing else, just about having fun.
You don't stop. You're always working. You got we've highlighted the acting side, now you got the sports side, coaching side, and then back to the roots, the music side.
And now I'm in the booth with y'all. This is
There we
this is
go.
what I
That's it.
love doing this more than anything.
Well, you're more than welcome on all ACC games
Oh,
next
I love
year. You
ACC.
come join us.
Did y'all call the Miami games this year?
We did not get a Miami game. We
Y'all got Clemson?
saw Clemson,
North
Yeah, we
Carolina.
saw North Carolina. We
North
saw
Carolina State?
NC State. We saw Boston College,
Pittsburgh?
Georgia Tech,
Syracuse,
Pittsburgh,
Pitt.
yeah, Syracuse,
Georgia Tech.
Syracuse. Boy, how about them in a bowl game?
Syracuse was dope.
That coach,
Syracuse was dope.
what a job.
That was nothing surprising to us. We had seen that 3
y'all
games
watched
all
them all
year.
season, but the
Kyle
outsider
McCord
looking
doing
in,
that.
it was different. It was different seeing that.
Yep, it was. I had a buddy of mine who texted me early this morning, a Syracuse guy, and he said, now all of a sudden we're a football school.
It reminded me of when they had McNabb and Marvin Harrison.
That's right.
Them days, the good old
That's
days.
right. That's right. I think they
Give me
got
that
a lot
move.
of good
Step
days
back, running
coming.
out there like Dickerson. Go ahead, then. He moved like ED. I like 29. I like him.
That's Justin Marshall.
Come on, Justin. Walk that off.
What do you call this move right here, Snoop?
Oh, we call that the step back, prep back, get back.
It's got hardwood
Get back.
basketball vibes.
It is.
Are you just making up stuff all the time?
Oh, no. It's really what it is.
Come on now.
It's what they do. Watch this right here. He going to get boobopped if he don't watch himself. Where is you
Boo-bop,
throwing
there
that
we
at?
go.
Come on, man. He's got to settle down.
What do you think about, you mentioned Robert Kraft earlier. What do you think about Bill Belichick going to the college football
So
ranks,
happy
North
for
Carolina?
Coach. So happy for Coach because that's family. That's tradition. That's something that has to do with his lineage. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that he can get back into the sport and do it from a different perspective, dealing with young men rather than dealing with grown men.
I'm interested to see how that translates, too, because coaching pros and the hard-nosed mentality Bill Belichick had versus the college kids today in the transfer portal era, it's a different beast.
But when you got Super Bowls,
You got credibility.
That says a little bit different than just a regular coach telling you what to do. And he coached Brady.
That's exactly right. That's your guy again, Justin Marshall.
Justin eating right now. He getting his money. I like how they fight to the end. I don't like when teams give up, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's a bowl game. You got family and friends that travel many miles to come see you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe the last game of the season. So play your heart out. But you never know who's watching. It may be an NFL scout or somebody that's paying attention to you. Because to me, Wise and 15 on the defense for Miami, those guys are NFL guys.
Yeah.
And then the cornerback number 5, he's locked down.
Yeah, he's only a freshman.
What?
Yeah, he's only a freshman.
Are you kidding?
They lost their top cornerback in the portal. Which, by the way, what do you think all that?
It should be a cutoff. It shouldn't keep happening. It should portal stops on this day.
Yeah, I am with you.
You get what I mean?
Right.
We talked to the Miami coach, and he told us, he said, I've been married to my wife for 33 years. He told us this yesterday. He said, my wife will tell you in 33 years I've been a coach every year we've been married. I've not worked harder than I have the last 15 days between the end of the MAC championship game and now. And he said 90% of the time is spent on guys and looking at guys in the portal. He said, I got to try to get a team ready for a bowl game. He said, she'll tell you, 33 years, right, Mac? Said, never worked harder in my life. Chuck Martin, that man right there.
Well, they're experimenting right now. The NCAA is experimenting. It's some pluses, some negatives, some pros and cons, and I think they're going to get it together, you know, even with the playoff system. This is trial and error. I just like the fact that they're trying, that they're making an effort. And I think it's going to get better because the complaints are going to force it to get better.
And, you know, you're the first guy, and this being the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice, that you had kids come out, you know, a lot of bowl games, and I've done a ton of them, and Max, you've been around a ton of them and played in them and that kind of thing. You know, you'll ask the players and the teams, and it's a blessing to be able to do it, go out and work with young people and be a part of a charity and all that kind of thing, which you had everybody involved in, but you paid them a little bit of money for coming out to do it. That's never been done before.
Yes, sir. But that's what it's all about. We try to, you know, create new ways of bringing people together. Like I spoke on earlier, unification, bringing people together. That's what today is all about. Despite it being a game, it's bringing people together, and everybody's having a great time.
Cade McDonald signals for a fair catch, drop the ball, and it's recovered by Colorado State.
Uh-oh, Blackburn.
I was just about to say, punting on 4th down, even though it was 4th and 12, down 26 in the 4th quarter.
Maybe in the field. It's a muff punt.
Yeah, it was
by
muff.
Colorado State.
Yeah, because he threw. Oh, come on.
That decision working out for him now.
15th Street, what are you doing? Blackburn.
Oh, he's fired up.
Yeah, he is. Go ahead, Turner. Turner.
Turner's trying to get to the liquor store.
Yeah, Turner already been to the liquor store. He's the punter. He got a lot of idle time.
Fighter, kicker, long snapper, you know the deal. Bowl games are the ideal time for specialists.
They got the most time to do everything.
That's
you
right.
understand me?
That's right.
He showed me where the drink was when I got here. He said, you want something to drink? Sorry, I don't know.
You had specialists, and I was a backup quarterback. Specialists and backup quarterbacks. Man, that's the
got all the time in the world.
I love it.
I was watching that clip last night. It's so funny you say that when John Gruden was telling the story about Sebastian Janikowski, and he kicked a 58 or something yard field goal, and they were replaying it, knowing Janikowski, he'd been in the store.
No, boy. I used to hang out with that guy. On and off the field. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll just leave it like that. And it wasn't turf.
No. Definitely not. Thrown to the corner.
Oh, no one's home.
Miscommunication
Honey,
there,
no
clearly.
one's home. Now that is one beautiful shot right there. What a shot. Sunset. Beautiful city. That's Lucas Oil right there?
That's our Lucas Oil helicopter. You ever been in a helicopter?
Yes, man.
And?
I'll never go back. I don't like being that high.
I put it on a tee for you. Come on. Come on.
Full circle.
Come on.
Full
I handed you
circle.
the driver and everything there.
Come on, baby. What you thought I was going to do? That's a hole in one. Get up. Go get that. Hold on to it. Good job. Way to get up, young man.
Boy, he did. And that is Donovan Ollie. Are they giving him a touchdown?
They're going to give him a flag for that. They're going to give him a flag because he got up talking mess.
He caught it. They're going to rule him down inside the 1
But they're going to give him a
yard
flag.
line.
I think he got up popping.
He got up standing on business.
Yeah, he did. You can't do that, though, with the referee right there.
Getting an opportunity, too. We weren't expecting to see much of him. Donovan Ollie, the transfer from Cincy.
Oh, he's from Cincinnati?
By way of Washington
You got to
State.
give that guy the touchdown there, don't you? Come on. No, his
No,
elbow was
his elbow
down.
was short.
Yeah, his
It was
elbow was
short.
down. Yep.
Go right back to him. Little fade ball. Oh, he's on the sideline.
I'm handing it off. 25. Give me some money, man. You've been dancing all day. Step up. Put your feet in the ground and get up in there.
I thought you liked 29. Dickerson.
But 25 is bursty right now. You give him the rock right now because he can get there right now. He's a little bit bigger. Give it to him right now. Inside.
They gave it to
They
the
was not fooled by that at all. Inside trap. They don't. Come on, coach.
That's a backup tight end.
That's the inside trap and ain't going nowhere. This boy's too tight right now. Come on now.
Trying to get to Peter Montany.
Come on. He fell
As
down.
Snoop said, that's not fooling anybody.
Not feasible, man. Give it to somebody that got good feet.
What you say? You don't got good feet?
Nah, it ain't that. But I just give it to
Yeah,
somebody that got
little
good feet.
H-back, little H-back moment.
Not the F-back. Give it to the halfback.
There you go.
Okay, they got the big body out there now. He ain't nothing but there to block.
They gave
Same
it to
play.
him again.
Same
and he
play.
got
There
in
you go.
there.
There you
He
go.
got in there.
There you go. Run it back then. Run it back, coach. Run that back. That's what we call that get back. Run it back then. Shout out to Joey Porter, J.C. Calhoun, Colorado State alumni. I know they at the house watching this right now.
That's a young man who followed Coach Norvell from Nevada. He plays tight end. He's played fullback. He plays special teams. He's done a little bit of everything, and this is his final game. And Coach Norvell appreciates all the hard work he's given him, both at Nevada and now at Colorado State.
Man, shout out to Coach J, man, for recruiting kids from all over and not having no bias, man. We love him for that. Yes, sir, man. We'll be back in the flash. Don't touch the dial. Make sure you go get you something to snack on and find your way back to the CW or you in trouble.
9 Pacific. I'll be down there for that Duke SMU game. Have you seen this dude, Cooper Flagg, play yet?
Yeah, he get out. I like how he get out. He ball. I seen him in the first game of the season. I think he got kicked out the game or something, but then he came back.
You're saying he's going to be the #1 pick in the draft next year.
I don't know.
Next up.
The season too young. Season too young to say that, fellas. You don't know who the #1 draft going to be. You got to really, you got to wait till that tournament start.
Got to earn it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, you've got basketball, football, baseball, any other sport in front of you, and you got to pick one to sit down and watch.
Pick
What's
off out of
Snoop Dogg
bounds.
watching?
Team.
I'm watching football.
5 yards added to the end of the out of bounds
Football.
spot.
That's it.
First down.
I can live
Miami.
every day of my life with football.
And your squad's the Steelers. How are we feeling about the
Yeah, how we
Steelers
feeling?
right now? They've been a
We're
little
gonna
bit
be all
rocky right
well,
now.
one thing about it is we're in the playoffs, and the playoffs ain't started yet, so that's a good thing. Usually teams got to wait till the final week to figure out where they at. So we're in the playoffs, so we just got to figure out a few things to tighten up our backstroke before we get into that playoff.
I don't know, man. They were looking good earlier.
Hey, it's all about timing.
I love the coach, yo.
Yeah, Coach Mike
Love
T.
the
Coach
coach.
Mike T. I'd love to
Man.
play for him. If he asks me to suit up, I'll suit up for him right now.
Love the coach. Never had a losing season.
Never.
All the years he's been, 20 years now with the Steelers. They've had 3 guys in, 60 years?
Chuck Noll, Coward, and Tommy. I seen all three coaches. That's why I'm a diehard. Okay, there we go. Notable Steelers fans, my name better be at the top. Quit playing with me. Hank Williams Jr., that's my guy. Wiz Khalifa. Me and Reggie, that's my guy. Yeah. Me and Wiz got albums together. Arnold Palmer, me and Arnold Palmer, we done stroked a few times on the course, you understand me? Drinking that Arnold Palmer. Golf Brooks, you understand me, the Big G.
What's your golf game like?
Oh, man, I'm sorry, man. I just like rolling around on the green. Honesty. I just like rolling around on the green. Get me?
That's awesome.
I think we figured it out. Gosh, I was just getting ready to ask you about something about, you like country music?
I love country music.
You?
Yes. Shout out to Reba McEntire, my homegirl. Shout out to everybody in the country music world. Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash.
You and Willie, I bet you guys are buddies.
That's my dear friend. I love me some Willie Nelson. And his beautiful daughter, Amy, as well. I'm connected, man.
I probably, that's a safe assumption.
Last time I checked, I was the plug to the plug. I'm the one you connect.
The plug to the plug.
Yeah.
I got to borrow that. Plug to the plug.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Let's go. This the put away drive right here. This the drive to put the game away. Right here. There you go. That first down right there.
That's a second, third effort. And he gives him the first down.
That's Brunson.
Oh, he's stepping on people now. He nasty. Brunson is nasty. 8 is nice, but he mean.
You said it. Thunder and lightning.
Exactly.
He's
real thunder. Mean. He is mean. Ooh, give me that.
He gets up chatting, too.
Yes,
he gets up letting them know.
Look at it, even on the ground.
He's like, yo, I got that first down.
He is from Alpharetta, Georgia. He transferred from Virginia Tech.
That explains it. You said he's from Georgia. He's a dog.
Double G.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Capital.
Yeah.
I really like Miami's offense in the second half. I'm not going to front. They came out here and really put the playbook to a full extent.
There he is
game,
again.
Pass game, mixing it up. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's the big Snoop Deagle Double G. Ooh-wee. Live on TV, CW. Don't change the channel or you'll be in trouble, folks. Snoop Dogg coming at you live. In LA, this is Channel 5.
All right, now here's the deal. Your guys are still hanging on first place.
Mm-hmm. So that means we would play against the Houston Texans if it was to start right now. Right? 4 play 5.
Actually, you're the first wild card. So you'd be in there, yes. So that's exactly right.
Yeah,
so you'd play in the
5.
first game, yep.
We can handle them. Yep. That ain't no issue.
That means you're playing C.J. Stroud. He's a guy that grew up in your
that's
Snoop
another
league.
one. But see, I can call him and work something out.
Getting his head a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Boy, what a great kid he is.
He makes me so proud. Shout out to Coach Superfly and the staff that coached him. He's such a great, kid from the league that represents us in a brilliant way.
And you have your big Super Bowl here tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. I got my kids playing.
Snooper Bowl.
Yes, the Snooper Bowl.
Snooper Bowl.
Nationals, Arizona, California, a bunch of teams that flew in from out of town. Come out here to have a great day of football.
And I bet you most of these kids, they probably never even been to Arizona, right?
Nope. That's what we love to do. What we do is in my league, we get these kids used to traveling, playing up under the bright lights. So when they do get a college offer, they're already used to it. They're not shocked. They're not, froze in the moment. They actually come to play in that moment because they've been doing it since they were kids. Shout out to my coaches here today, Big U, Coach E. Scott, K-Mac, Nico, Dirty Dale, all my coaches that's lined up, Commissioner Wadu, Nakani, the whole staff. We out here doing it. SYFL, I'm nothing without my staff, man.
How many states you guys in now? You know off the top of your head by chance?
I don't know, man.
A ton. You got 60,000 kids.
We just look out for the babies. You know what I'm saying? We the gift that keeps on giving. We never say no. We always keep our door open for any kid that wants to play, whether it's female or male, to do something positive with their lives. Oh, he open. All you got to do is let that go.
All right, well, you said you got to get out of here. You got the on-field presentation, man. We can't thank you enough for everything.
Man, thank y'all so
fantastic.
Much,
this has been great.
Man, thank y'all.
This has been great.
I hope I made y'all proud out there in the LBC, man.
You did. You did. No doubt about it.
Thanks for hanging.
Channel Fizai, what's happening, man? I told you I was going to be on TV. Mama, look at me.
I promised the lady who does all our travel for CW.
Come on now, get it in.
I promised her.
You want me to get her a video? Let me do a video. What's her name?
No. Yeah, you got to do this for
let me
her.
do a video. What's her name?
Talk to Kelly. Talk to Kelly.
Hey, Kelly, what up? This is Big Snoop Dogg. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Sorry I couldn't give you a real hug, but here's a virtual one.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I might fly for free for the next, 10 years. You're the man. Thank you so much.
Scored us a lot of brownie points. Appreciate you.
Here we go. All right.
So this is my crew next year, right? So we coming back, right?
We're coming back.
Okay, say less. This is my crew right here, y'all.
All right,
Don't play no games with me. This is the crew.
This is it.
This is the Snoop Bowl crew right here.
Right here.
You sponsor this game again, we'll get CW to pick it up. Let's make it happen.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. All right, you get down there and get away all the goodies, man. And good luck on the Super Bowl tomorrow. All right. Snoop Dogg, what a great time. I mean, he's so generous with his time coming up here tonight. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well, Max, I never thought that it was going to be this kind of day today. I mean, I knew we were having him up here, but, man.
It's special. I mean, usually when you get the special appearances, they pop up for a drive. For him to spend 2 quarters with us was not on my bingo card to start the college football season that we'd be calling a game with Snoop Dogg.
And Ali Farang was a guy who had this idea, this vision about the Arizona Bowl. An attorney here in town 10 years ago, he was a guy that said, hey, look, we got to have a bowl game here. And so they started it 10 years ago. This is the first year that Snoop.
It's an amazing place to have it. It really is. I remember when I was playing in it, places like Vegas you're excited to go to, but fans, players, you could tell the coaches were pumped to be here. First-class event.
It really was. And, I mean, I said it earlier, and it's the truth. I had no idea what to expect and what this guy would be like.
Ball start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I mean, Max, you and I both know a lot of people in our lives where, their public persona is very different from what they're like, privately. I mean, every single minute was just fun to be around the guy.
Exactly.
He was great. Gosh, he was great.
I'm impressed, too. There's a lot of guys in his seat that would let off the gas. He's got more business ventures and pursuits and community efforts, and the one thing with all of them is he has fun doing it. That was his message to the guys pregame, and
yep.
Awesome to be around.
He really was. And he put together, along with all of the staff here, and Kim Adair, the head of the bowl, and so many volunteers in the greater Tucson area, just put together a fabulous event. And we're very grateful that we were a part of it here on the CW Network. Big fella sniffing the end zone, and he is going to find it. That is a touchdown for Brunson. And the way this kid's been running here in the 4th quarter, he's earned it. I'm sorry, Snoop's not here.
I was just going to say that. I was saying Snoop left 2 plays too early. His guy, Jordan Brunson, the bulldozer back, meets a Colorado State defender at the 1-yard line. You know how that matchup's going to end. Jordan Brunson here in the 2nd half with Keon Mosley going down. Chuck Martin's got to love the way his offense has showed out in this 2nd half.
So the Miami Redhawks, they were so disappointed in really just getting humiliated by their longtime arch rival. Those are 2 of the oldest schools in the country west of the Allegheny Mountains in the United States, Ohio University and Miami. And they don't like each other. They've been going back and forth. They've been 2 of the top programs, along with Toledo in the Mid-American Conference for the last decade. And so it was a tough pill to swallow, losing that MAC championship game in Detroit 38-3. And for Coach Martin's team to come back here and to get a win, very, very impressive 2nd half.
Without a doubt, big reason why is their 2-headed monster in the backfield, Kevin Davis, and right there, Jordan Brunson. Half. The storyline at halftime was Keon Mosley's going to be out. How the Redhawks offense going to respond? Well, everyone else picked up the load. Kevin Davis got in for 2 touchdown runs, utilizing the speed there. And Snoop Dogg loved this entire backfield. Davis and Brunson, who we just saw right there, and only 6 points scored in the 1st half. Miami, Ohio, 43 total in the game so far.
For Miami, this will be the first bowl win. They've been to a bowl in 5 consecutive seasons under Chuck Martin. Last time they won one was in 2021, so, I mean, not long. But when you've lost 2 in a row, it seems like a long time. So we'll have coverage of the trophy presentation to Miami and the most valuable player of the game. Snoop Dogg making his way back onto the field.
Little Death Row Records, got the chain. Oh, it's got a print. I didn't realize they had a whole design in there with the gold aesthetic. That thing is sweet. Look at that steering wheel. We got to see that steering wheel. Yeah, Snoop's going to have it right.
Somebody doesn't win that car, do they?
At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if Snoop's like, yeah, you know what? What do you call him? Killer Kevin Davis? You never know.
You never know. You never know. I have a feeling he could find a sponsor to just get him another one.
You mentioned this Miami, Ohio team, though, and how tough it was responding from the bowl game as well. It's a team that also started 0-3, and they won the MAC championship last year.
This is
good job by Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Misspeaking. Chuck Martin, head man for the Red Hawks.
His teams played like Chuck Norris. In sports, the first African-American play-by-play announcer to ever call a major sporting event when he announced Super Bowl 35, the Ravens and the Giants in 2001. And our thoughts and prayers go to the many, many friends and family of Greg Gumbel. There are guys in the business who, word gets around, you'll hear this guy's that kind of guy or this guy. Greg Gumbel, anyone and everyone who ever met him just speaks so highly of what an incredible gentleman he was. Our thoughts and prayers with those who knew him and loved him. We're down to the final minute 20. And look, this time next year, I mean, it's going to be as a third-year starter for that young man, Braden Fowler Nicolosi. And for Gabbert, I mean, all the wars that he's been through, his 6 years, this is it for him. And he will be forever remembered at Miami University, and they're getting ready to find the guy that's been with him every step of the way, the guy who recruited him, and that's head coach Chuck Martin.
It's not just Gabbert, too. It's a senior class that stuck around. Chuck Martin said he was surprised. A lot of them did stick around at opportunities to either leave and move on with their life, maybe hop in the portal. They chose to come back, try to repeat as MAC champions. Went out of his way, Chuck Martin did, saying how much this senior class meant to his career. 2 MAC championships. They had their sights on extremely high expectations this year. Didn't reach that MAC championship or the college football playoff, but still a heck of a year.
And here it comes, and they got it, man. He knew it was coming.
He just accepted it.
Yeah, that's a man's man there. Double dose. That's double G.
That's earned, not given. That's double G. That is earned double G. Literally. Double Gatorade, I guess 1 water. You said it, though, Tom, earlier. That was one of the more memorable coaches' meetings that I've had. For those at home that don't know, sometimes it's like pulling teeth in these coaches' meetings. You're trying to get nuggets out of these coaches. I could have sat down there and asked 1 question to start, and Chuck Martin would have given you all the stories you need, all the insight you need, was an open book and an A1 personality.
And we had a really interesting part of that conversation was, I don't live far away from the campus of Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and here's one more look at a little chilly as the sun's gone down. But, I am stunned that there has not been another quote-unquote Power 4 school that's come along. And what happens to a lot of these guys is, Max, is that when you schedule like Miami does, Colorado State does the same thing. But when you open the season and you're playing a Big Ten team, and then you're playing a Big 12 team, and then you're going to play at Notre Dame, right? All of a sudden, the chances of you being 0-3, maybe 1-4 if you got a gimme in there somewhere, is really strong. So when you finish a year,
requires a 10-second runoff. Colorado State will take their first charge timeout to prevent that runoff.
so when you finish a year 8-4 and you're Mid-American Conference champions, there may not be other people out there necessarily that are beating down your door. This guy can coach anywhere in the country.
That was my biggest takeaway, because he's saying, you know what, if you're an athletic director and you're making a coaching change and looking at, hey, who might be that next name up, you know, you're making that decision in October. So a guy like Chuck Martin, you know, his record might not be fancy, but then you blink and just 6 weeks later when you're sitting in December, it's like, man, he's done it again.
Yep.
I'm sure there's Red Hawk fans at home saying, man, you guys need to shut up. Don't let the cat out of the bag.
Right. That's right.
But it's truth. I mean, 11 years there, one of the more longer tenured head coaches in college football.
That pass is dropped. 21 seconds remained. It'll bring up a 4th down and 8. And look, for Colorado State, good days ahead, right on the flip side. First winning season for Jay Norvell after taking over back-to-back 3 and 9 years. They win 8 games this season. And they'll play one more season in the Mountain West. And they've already committed to playing in the new Pac-12.
Yep. No, I think it's well said. To go 6-1 in that Mountain West, I think from a national perspective, it got overshadowed because UNLV and Boise State got so much publicity, rightfully so. But Colorado State, that number 3 team in the Mountain West, again, to go 6-1 in conference play, a relatively strong Mountain West, as we're seeing a heck of a catch there on the sideline.
Is that ever? Yes, that is a reception.
I'm glad he caught that too. An awesome story. They were saying he was put on scholarship just a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Coming out of high school, would call the staff every single week, maybe every single day, saying, give me an opportunity. When you're making catches like that, you're going to get more of them. You get the feet in, though.
Give him the catch and move on. That'll be the final play of the game. Clock will continue to run, and congratulations to the Miami, Ohio Redhawks out of Oxford, Ohio, and head coach Chuck Martin. Champions of the first ever Snoop Dogg Bowl, presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop.
I hope we get Chuck Martin in his sweater vest next to Snoop Dogg in the lowrider. That'll be a shot of the ages.
All right, we've got all